It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Trump Has Been Indicted. Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Let's Be S3. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, along with Theas, along with Anna Hard. Tracy Carson will be on later. As you can see for the title, we're just going to go ahead and do some more Reddit stories and things like that. But it is a full show, including Real or Nah, which, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Am I the A-hole? A Mafia video of the week from our very own Tracy Carson, which will be, when I show you this video, this will prove why Tracy Carson will be suspended from ever showing or giving me another Mafia video of the week for the rest of this year. And of course, Foxy's videos of the week. Theas, my man, how's everything going?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. A little tired, but I'm good.
Yeah, I am. I know why, but I got enough energy to last me. Anna?
It's been one of those weeks.
Oh, sorry.
Mm.
We'll try to see if we can bring some laughter back into it, bring some happiness. All right, let's see who's all out there so far. Tracy said, please hit that like button. Please do. Those likes have been wonderful. It's really helped me out. Hey, Parker, how you doing?
Hey, Parker.
Dang, that's like a whole 6 months ban. Hey, wait till we get to the video, Parker. It'll make a lot more sense when I get to it. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Now, normally I like to slowly get into the show, get our feet wet and everything else. I don't think I want to do that this week. I think I just want to go ahead and get the hard hitting one. And the title is Please Go Wipe My Child's Butt.
I'm a 30-year-old woman, and my friend, 30, was visiting me with his son, Jacob. We were hanging out and decided to play some Mario Kart in the living room while his son was playing a game on his iPad. His son then wanted to use the bathroom. He's been here before and knows where to go. I don't have kids, but I feel like kids between the ages of 5 or 6 should be able to wipe themselves. However, my friend and his wife still wipe their kid. Me and my friend had since stopped playing, and we were talking when we heard Jacob call out that he was done, meaning that he was waiting for someone to help him wipe. My friend groaned and didn't get up. He asked me if I could go clean up Jacob. I looked at him with a blank stare, which pissed him off. He scoffed and got up to go see Jacob. After 10 minutes? They were in there for 10 minutes? They both emerged from the bathroom. My friend looks livid and said that he has feces on his shirt because of me. I don't even want to know how he ended up with feces on his shirt, and that I should have just done it for him. He said that he hates doing this and he feels like this is his wife's job. I told him, well, thankfully, I'm not his wife and I'll never clean up his son. He ended up cutting his visit short and left. I don't think that I was the butthole, but his wife texted me later berating me for not doing this because my friend was having a very rough time. He lost his job and he was depressed, which I didn't know, and he visited me to clear his head. I felt bad because maybe I should have noticed that his demand was out of the ordinary and just done it.
Is this a real or not?
It's not a real or not.
You shouldn't feel bad. I ain't wiping somebody else's baby butt. No, correction. I'll wipe a baby's butt. I'm not wiping a pre-K kid's butt. That ain't mine. So,
I'll wipe mine.
And it's not like your boy told you he was going through all that stuff. And even if he did, it ain't got nothing to do with me wiping nobody's butt. You can't wipe butts, don't bring the kids.
Go ahead, Anna.
Okay, I don't think I have much to add.
All right.
Why? What? No.
Okay, here's my take. I don't ever want you to come back over my house ever again, with or without the kid. I don't want to be bothered with you anymore. I just don't. I don't want to be. I'm not gonna come see you. Please do not come see me. We ain't got to discuss this ever again. I'm not going to ask why it took you 10 minutes to do what you was doing, or how it got on your shirt. I don't even want to know what my bathroom looked like. I'm done, dude. I'm done. I don't care if you was depressed. I don't care if you was happier than Santa Claus. I don't care if you was mediocre in life. And we're done. We're done. I'm sorry. I can't do you, dude. I just can't. I can't. You could tell your wife. Because here's the funny thing about it is, should the OP have done it? No, of course not. Should the wife have done it? Should the husband have done it? Here's the funny part about it. No, neither should they have done it. Teach your child by the time of 5 or 6.
They don't wipe right at 5. They wipe, but they don't wipe right.
But give it a shot.
So,
give it a shot. That don't mean I do it for you.
Yeah, that part we in agreement with. I ain't wiping somebody. Whatever you got going on in your family dynamic, that's your family dynamic. Where you messed up with me, like asking me to do it and acting funny. All right, so that wasn't cool. No harm, no foul though, because I ain't do it. You know, it's just you acted funny and then you left. All right. Sometimes people have bad days. I'm good with that. You still my boy. But then your wife called to fuss at me.
Yeah.
Oh no, dog. Now we done. Cause that's weak. You know what I'm saying? That's like you called your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like real? Nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all got, this free range parenting y'all got going on over there, y'all keep it in your yard. I don't need it over here.
Free range kids
I'm good.
again. Come these damn free range kids again. Just let them loosen up. Just let them loose in the forest and do what you got to do out there. Bring back a flower. There's your science. Hello,
But he
Tracy.
got laid off. Man, that's messed up. He got laid off. What they got to do with his butt?
Tracy, I know you already heard the story, so go ahead.
Is that man crazy? Is that man? Look, okay. I won't even change a diaper, much less wipe a child's behind that I should already know how to do. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? How you turn around and say, hey, Jack, my kid's in the bathroom, doesn't know how to wipe himself. Can you do it? How do you even think that? What are you? Oh gosh! Like, had you constructed that sentence in your mind and said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and ask him, and then you got mad when he said no, and then your wife called. What the heck did she have to do with it, girl? If you don't sit yourself down.
And this what gets me. I hate doing this. Imagine a person who just learned this the first time in their life that you doing this. If you don't want to do it, you think they want to do it?
How about this? Teach your child how to do that. I don't know. That may make sense.
But what you did do is you done taught your child how to call for you to do it. And what I'm saying, this is correct. They're not gonna get it right the first time. They're absolutely terrible at it, to be honest with you. But that's what parenting is. You just keep the repetition going until they get it. Not, I guess I'll do it myself. No.
I wouldn't feel comfortable if it was like a baby. I was like, nah, because I've only changed a diaper twice in my entire life. No. But I could see somebody saying, hey, Tracy, my hands are tied. Can you change the baby's diaper? It would make more sense if it was a baby, not a 6-year-old.
See what everybody else got to say out there. WTF, he said, I got it on my shirt just because of you. No logic whatsoever. I don't think he was trying to. He said, it is my wife's job, so that means you, not my wife, should have done it. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, there's a little sexism in it. It's not going to be his wife, so let's go to the next woman, which happens to be you. Do y'all think he would have ever asked one of his male friends to do that favor for him? Park, I don't even know how to answer that question because I can't imagine anybody answer that question to anybody. So I honestly don't know.
Was it said that the friend was female?
Yeah, the friend is female.
See, I missed that part.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
But even then, what, she's supposed to just naturally know how to change diapers? Or even if she knows how to, she could be the world's best diaper changer. That ain't her kid.
So, who goes around asking people, can you wipe my child that's 6 years old?
But the thing I would say, now here's where we throw what ifs into the story. If the child is special needs or delayed development, because you don't ever have to be special needs, just be a little delayed. All right, need help wiping your butt. I get that. Still ain't me.
Yeah, it's still not my job. That's right. Your child. You conceived that child, so it's your responsibility to take care of that child.
And I've not had a blowout. I mean, I done got caught with a couple blowouts with my kids. Don't get me wrong, but they were all babies. You know what I'm saying?
Not
trying
6.
to get them out of one of the little onesies. Not a 5-6-year-old. Not somebody who can say to me what it is that they need. You know, it's a different subject, but that's kind of how I feel. about these 5 and 6-year-olds that are still nursing. The hell wrong with you? This kid can tell you what he wants. This is no, mommy. I want the right one today. No, we can't do this.
All right.
Something
Foxy,
just flew in my room.
somebody what?
Something just flew. I don't know what it was. A little moth thing.
Oh. So you gonna be doing that for the rest of the show.
Yeah, what they gonna do when the child turns 10 or 12 or 13?
It's the parent's job to teach your child how to wipe. It's inappropriate to ask anyone outside the parents to do
No,
that.
not. It's trifling. Trifling.
When your children are babies and started bringing me their diapers, I automatically start potty training, then teaching them what to do as they was learning. It was in a normal progression of raising a child. My mom told me that. My mom told me when I started walking up to her with the diaper, she was like, okay, time to potty train because you know what's what.
I ain't even giving that much time, man.
Yeah,
I potty trained all 3 of my girls. All 3 of them, I did. It's just, I'm very orderly. So once you find out what makes them tick, the last one was a little tougher than the first 2. But once you find out what makes them tick, it's easy. I ain't even wait for it. You 2 years old. It's time for you to learn how to use the potty. Between 18 months and 2 years
3,
old.
But 2, dang, that seems young.
What? You can walk well. You beginning to talk.
Oh, because I can start doing pull-ups at around 2 years old.
My girls were potty trained by the time they were. Well, the last one was about 2.5, but the first 2 years old, potty trained. Done. And the first one I had potty trained in a weekend.
Yeah, girls are really easy.
And no, we're not all robots.
I didn't say that. I'm just
Nah, but all you gotta do, you gotta be willing to clean up some mess though. So, because they're gonna get it wrong. But you put them on a pair of panties, and that's what they got. And when they have an accident, you hear that, uh-oh. All right. You ain't like how that feel, did you? Let's get this straightened out. Let's go.
5. Wipe my child, please. What? I'm still like, it would have, even, okay, I'm going to say this one last time, just to kind of emphasize my point. Again, if it was a little bitty baby, that's the only thing that makes this whole sentence okay. That's the only thing that I can even imagine in my mind. But you still can't get mad at the other person for saying no. Because everybody don't, i.e. me,
But
does
she's a
not
woman
like,
though.
I don't care. I've only changed diapers in two times in my entire life. Does that make me less of a woman?
No, it means that you just not doing your job.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
wow.
My job is what I dang near say it is.
Wow, we going to the next story. Good gracious. Wow.
What did Foxy say?
Do not let things get away with that.
I didn't. I told him my job is what I say it is.
We going to the We going to the next story. I don't know.
Y'all know I'm playing.
Yeah, we know. I don't know if me and Thea is gonna disagree on this story or not. I don't know because the dynamics is different from the last time we disagreed on this subject. So let's see. That is a joke.
My sister Rachel was married to Daniel, who's 40, for 8 years. They were high school sweethearts, and they tied the knot shortly after graduation. They had a daughter together, Alice, who's 16, who was Rachel's entire world. Rachel ended up being diagnosed with cancer when she was a few weeks away from delivery, and after Alice was born, she started chemo ASAP. The cancer ended up being treatment resistant and aggressive, and Rachel ended up passing by the time that Alice was 2. Daniel emotionally checked out completely. He decided to take a job opportunity abroad, and he left Alice in my wife's custody. At first, he said that it was temporary, that he just needed to get things in order before Alice came to live with him. But eventually, it was obvious that it would be much longer. He signed over his rights to us, and we've been raising Alice alongside our 3 sons. As far as the boys are concerned, Alice is their big sister, and as far as Alice is concerned, they're her little brothers. Daniel got remarried and has 2 daughters. Oh, that stings! Alice was not invited to the wedding. We only found out about it after his brother mentioned it to us. Daniel does send money to her, and they write letters back and forth like he and Rachel used to do in school. I know there has to be some part of him that loves his daughter, but it's hard to believe it considering how he practically abandoned her after Rachel died. Daniel's brother, Wes, has helped out a bit with Alice too. Alice will go over to his house at least once a month to see him, his wife, and their kids. A few days ago, I was taking Alice over, and when we got there, we saw that Daniel plus his wife and his kids were there. I was ready to get back in the car and take Alice home, but Daniel saw us and came outside. He came up to Alice and tried to hug her, but she stepped back from him. He looked hurt, and when he asked why she didn't want to give her dad a hug, I snapped. I asked, how could he seriously stand there and refer to himself as her dad when all he's ever been to her is a pen pal? I called him a joke of a father and a sorry excuse for a man. His wife and their daughters overheard what I said. When Alice and I got back home, Wes called me and left me a message saying that he agrees that Daniel hasn't been the best father to Alice. But I didn't need to tell him that in front of his wife and their kids. Daniel feels the same way. I did apologize to Alice for disparaging her father, but she just shrugged and said that it would have only been disparaging if it wasn't true. My wife said that she probably would have done worse if she'd been there. But part of me does feel that I could have said it out of earshot of his children.
Okay, go ahead, Theus.
I mean, I ain't got a whole lot to say. I mean, grief manifests in different ways. That's just an explanation, not an excuse. Once you signed over rights to that child, stop calling yourself dad unless that child decides that you should have that title. Because you can work past things. You can work past decisions that were made at any point into the future. So they could have reconciled and all that, but they didn't. And he's been raising this girl as his child, and she's part of his family. She's sheltered, she's loved. And then this jackass over here just wants to flex for, shits and giggles, and he called him out. I don't know where the disagreement really could be on this one, dog.
Well, I thought the disagreement would have been calling him out in front of the other wife and kids.
No, not really. Not in this particular case, because he stunted on them in front of the wife and kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, you chose the venue. I didn't choose the venue. If it was up to me, we wouldn't even have had the conversation at all. Because I was trying to avoid the whole situation. I was trying to protect my little girl from a situation that neither of us would feel comfortable in. But you decided you want to pretend like this is Shakespeare's greatest moment on stage and just create something of, hey, you read your lines, I read you for filth. Let's go.
Okay. Then I agree then. I totally agree.
No, I agree completely that this he needed to be put in check, and like Alice said, it's not disparaging him. It's just saying the truth. This is very simple. So,
Tracy?
I'm making 444. This guy is a douchebag. He just, okay, I'm going to go overseas for a few months, and then never came back, then got married, then tried to connect to his child. Dude, you trash. I don't know if I would have done it in front of the kids, but they probably did. He probably didn't even tell his new wife, hey, I have a daughter. And I just left her, and I just popped off and left and came over here. I'm most willing to bet they don't know anything about her.
Definitely guarantee the kids don't know. Guarantee the kids don't know. He got a whole new world he done developed for him. The wife might have an idea, but not really know the real story, because a guy like that not going to paint himself in a bad light. He'll say something like, I had them help me take care of her or something, and they refused to give her back, or my wife, this was her wishes, or any number of things, but he ain't gonna tell the truth.
Well, yeah. What is he gonna say? Hey, I left my daughter in the care of her uncle. Her uncle, or was it her uncle?
It wasn't even an uncle. I think it was like their friend.
Yeah, family friend. Not even. He didn't even have the decency to leave the child in care of his relative. He was just like, "Oh, I'm out."
All right. So this is 4 for 4 then. So cool. No, there is no reason for you call and say you should have did it in front of the wife and kids. I agree with Theas. They was at the place. You was there, and you decided to flex in front of your wife and kids and hug this girl that you
don't know,
basically ain't taken care of. I get that you sent money and writing her like a pen pal and all this other stuff, and that's somewhat made you feel good about yourself, if that's all that you really need from your child of your wife who died. But whatever. But what I don't get is the part nobody else have said. You went to your brother's house. You still wasn't even going to visit your daughter. This happened to be a circumstance. This happened to be a happenstance that the friend brought the daughter over to the uncle's house. You happened to be at the uncle's house. Bet me any amount of money that you was going to go over to uncle's house, say hello, how you doing, and then leave again. Don't even try to visit your daughter. But you want to act like daddy. Because you was nervous. That's why you did it. And you thought it was going to fly like, really hope she don't embarrass me. So I'm just going to pretend like I've been the good dad this whole time by going up and hugging her. Yeah. He said what he had to say. How is you coming up around here talking about you somebody's daddy when the only daddy that you a daddy to, the 2 girls you had after you got remarried, at the wedding that you didn't invite your daughter to. So, nah, we 4 for 4 on this one. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find some better stories. This ain't no fun. We all agree. Anna, did you see the message that I sent you? The private message.
No, I probably didn't. Sorry, I had a support group.
No, I just sent it in our private message thing.
Oh. Hang on. I'm all right.
Okay. So we're going to move on to the next story, and that is using logic against my friend.
I'm a 36-year-old woman, and I went no contact with my narcissistic family last year as I was done being their scapegoat. My friend was encouraging me to call my mother and reconcile for Mother's Day. And I explained again the emotional and mental abuse that I went through and my mother's refusal to take accountability or seek therapy. My friend then lectured me on how it's hard being a parent. She's a parent and I'm not. That as the oldest, you should have helped your mother around the house more with your siblings. And that you should let bygones be bygones and call your mother for Mother's Day. I told her, so you think that if I had done more chores and accepted more parentification as a kid, then I wouldn't have been abused? If it's too hard to be decent to your kids, then you shouldn't be a parent. Maybe you should have helped your abusive ex-husband around the house more. Maybe you shouldn't have had dinner 10 minutes late because you know his job is stressful and it's hard being a provider and father. Next month is Father's Day. You should call and reconcile with him. How could I, as a child, stop the abusive behavior of an adult when, as an adult, you couldn't stop your husband from abusing you? She cried and walked off. Our mutual friends agreed that she was wrong to pressure me to reconcile with my mother, but that she meant well and didn't understand, and that I took it too far. I said what I said to make the point that abuse isn't okay from anyone, even your parents. Am I the bad guy?
Yeah, you're a little bit of an asshole, dog. You're a little bit of an
Yeah.
asshole.
She
You
she
went,
she teeter
yeah,
tottering on it.
you went nuclear when your friend was just kind of a little bit over her skis. Your friend was doing what most rational people would say, was you only got one mother and you gotta try to work it out when they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they should stop and they shouldn't be giving you this advice. But it's almost like the socially acceptable, decent thing for a person to say when it comes to someone's mother, right?
Or
Dads,
father. I
they
hear it
don't
a
defend
lot.
us like that. They don't defend us quite like that. Not until we on our deathbed and we, oh, I need to see my baby. And then people are like, well, he's gone. He's about to die. You need to go see him, right? But you hear it all the time with the mom. But even so, if this is your friend, where is the grace? I still wonder that about people nowadays. Where is the grace? Like, if my friends are getting to the point where they're offending me, or they have offended me, or I've given them the hey, let it go, and they don't quite let it go, I'm still not going nuclear. What does it benefit me from make my friend feel as bad as I felt? I'm going, well, you were abused. Why don't you make up with your abuser? You some kind of asshole when you do that one. But whatever. Those are two people who don't need to be friends no more, no way.
All right, Anna.
Yeah, I almost understand the point that they were trying and sloppily and stupidly said. You want somebody to understand because yes, it is the socially accepted thing to say. And I got a lot of you should really try to reach out to your father. Um in every single case, nobody was willing to take the time to understand what he had done, why I had not spoken to him in several years. And I don't know why they felt like, but every single one of them felt it was okay. But no, I never would have thought to turn around and sling back what abuse is such a horrible thing. Don't use that as a weapon. Don't use it as a point. That weird. Yeah, yeah, you're a bit of an a-hole here.
All right, Tracy.
Well, I agree. Take a whole different category. I agree. She's the a hole. Here comes the bad part. And I'm trying. I'm a work in progress, and I'm trying. I think I might have popped off on her just like she did. I'm pretty sure I would have. And then, of course, I would have apologized, realized, hey, Tracy, you just act like a real dipwad. But I can't say I don't understand why she didn't pop off. One, the friend just kept going with it, kept going with it, kept going with it when she should have known. Like, the friend should have known, hey, that first time, I'm going to drop this. But I can't say in good conscience. I pretty much would be lying if I didn't say, "Hey, I'm gonna pop off just like the friend did." It's not a good thing to do. You shouldn't do it. You should have grace. You should have all those things. But again, I'm a work in progress. I'm not anywhere where I need to be, but she acted like an a-hole, but I can understand why she did it.
No, I understand why she did it. I just think that speaks very loudly to her character, and that would be a bad mix for me to stay that person's friend because it's only a matter of time where they're gonna pull up something else from my past. Something else that they hold in so-called hold in confidence with me. You know, what's next? You gonna tell them about the time the preacher touched me? I mean, you gonna tell them about the time that I got arrested for stuff in the trunk? Where's the line?
I get exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying what I would have done. I probably, knowing me and my mouth and my temperament, I probably would have went like that. I would have went like that first friend. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not, but I know me. I know me. I know my temperament. I know what I can take. I know what I can't take. Um, that yeah, she's the a-hole though, but I get it.
All right, I thought I was going to be the one that broke the streak, but I'm with Tracy on this one,
What?
and I'm gonna tell you why.
Marlon's always with you on these types of situations.
No,
Every
I'm gonna tell
time.
you. I'm gonna tell you why. I know what the theme of "Am I the a-hole" is to, hey, I may or may not have done something wrong. So would that make me? So I got the theme of it. On some occasions, I have sat here and told, and on this occasion too, I have sat here and said, yeah, you the a-hole. But you know what? Hey, sometimes you need to be. If I'm telling you as a friend over and over and over again that I was abused as a child, over and over and over again, how it affected me, over and over and over again, what these people have done to me, and you still keep, nah, let's move on, let's get past it, let's blah, blah, blah. And I have said this to you over and over and over again, then okay, maybe I need to pull out the asshole card and say, okay, look, if you're giving me these reasons for why I should forgive, then I will give you the same thing that happened to you. So, Theas, I don't agree with you how far they should go. The preacher touched me at the
You never
church.
do, bro.
It depends.
You never do.
It depends. Because if some preacher touched me at the church and you're telling me, hey, you need to forgive the preacher and go back to the church, then yeah, I'm going to bring up what the preacher did to you. If I have something in my trunk, you said, if I was somebody at the church
And the preacher touched me. Yeah, you
the
did
preacher
say that.
touched me. And I said, no, I do not want to go back to that church. That preacher touched me. And you keep saying, yeah, but you need to forgive
No,
the
I was
pastor.
saying that. I was saying that from the standpoint of this person said that they don't want to reconcile their mother because of the abuses that they suffered growing up. And you reciprocated by pulling something out of their past. That was just something I pulled as far as an example out of your past. It wasn't about the church itself. It was about, this is something that I shared with you in confidence that hurt me. And because I've now hurt you, when you know my intention wasn't to hurt you, that's the big piece. You know my intention wasn't to hurt you, but you are intentionally going to hurt me with protected information just to make a point. That right there, that shows your character.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have done
wait a minute.
anything to pull
Let
my
me say
card.
this,
You could have
though.
pulled my card on anything.
How much are your good intentions? How much am I supposed to sit back and let your good intentions hurt me?
If you're my friend, and I know that your intention when you said this was not malicious, that's how I decide how far I let you go. If you were just somebody or somebody I'm casually acquainted with and you did it, now we got to go to war. But I'm still not going to go but so far when it's at this stage. But that's a me thing, right? Some people believe no matter what the situation is, go all the way, and that's fine for people who believe that. It's just that I hope that person never comes across me, because if I didn't mean to hurt or offend you, and then you set out to go after my weakest point, I will probably and almost certainly go way beyond where you think we about to go, because it's not. I don't even see you as the person that I thought you were. Like, I messed up. Okay, cool. You could have told me I messed up a little bit more sternly or whatever. I mean, we're friends. If we're friends, you know what I'm saying? I didn't catch your brushbacks. Okay, so you had to come more stern with me. You hurt my feelings. Okay, right? But to go to a protected thing and throw it at me, that's just malicious. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You know, we've always differed on these particular things. We've always differed.
And always will.
Girl snapped. She should have said.
And that
She
may
should have
be
just
it.
listened. That's what she should have did. Keep your mouth shut. If she's not asking for your, now if she's asking for your opinion, yes, you tell her, let bygones be bygones, etc. But if she's not asking for your opinion, girl, be quiet.
But we don't know that part. We don't know how the conversation started. It could have started out with her venting.
Yeah,
Can
but
you
we know the
believe this woman
conversation
wants me to do
more
this,
than
that, and
once.
the third?
We know the conversation
No, I'm
happened more
saying
than one time.
conversation's already going. You came to me, like she comes to me, and she's venting about her crazy, mean ass mama. And then I'm just in the conversation, like, well, according to my beliefs, you should, don't harbor grudges, and you should let this go and try to work past it, and blah, 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 blah. And you like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. This woman did this, that, that, that. I get it, but that's still your mother, and I just wish the best for you, and y'all can work it out. Well, that's why your daddy did something horrible to you.
No, she. Wow. Leave it to things to take it one
The
step
police
too
coming
far.
to get me, and the ambulance coming to get you. That's how this is about to end, man.
Let's see what everybody else is saying out there before I say something. It's the pet. I'm with Tracy. Sometimes enough is enough. A real friend would already know that a sore subject and only listen and don't give advice unless asked. Parker is saying, yeah, this was a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Parker said, I'm with Thiz on this. I think people say things when emotions are heightened and try to get the other person mad.
I don't think she was trying to get her mad. I think she was
like,
mad. Hey.
I really think she was like trying to get her to think the similarity between us is not that far apart.
Yeah.
But you want me to forgive and forget, and you whatever. Now, like I said, it's similar.
She went too far. We all agree on that.
We all agree she went too far.
She went too far. But I ain't saying I don't understand.
People are racist all the time, and their intentions doesn't negate the harm. Spicy night. Oh yeah, me and Thea's always disagree on stuff like this. To suggest someone should endure abuse is malicious.
I don't think he was saying that either.
No, I don't think anybody was making that case.
Yeah, we all understood the friend
sorry.
Yeah, the friend went too far. All I'm saying is she went too far. Yes, but I understood what drove her to that point.
I understand what drove her to that point.
People snap all the time. If I keep telling you the same thing over and over and over and over, I'm gonna snap. Should I snap? No, I shouldn't. But I'm going to.
No, I definitely see how they got to where they were.
I don't know if I would have run out. Well, your husband abused. Well, yeah, I probably would have. But like we were in the same position. You were abused. I was abused. You chose to leave your abuser. Now that's like you telling me to go back to him, or you
the
go back
fact
to
is,
him.
Man, you can't share your personal stuff with everybody. You can't.
Now that I agree with.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you think they're your friend today. They're your ace today. they're your homie today, but cross them, and they somebody who will go off on you like this, they gonna bring it out and throw it at you asaply.
I think she
That's
threw
why
it
keep
out
the shit
because
to yourself.
she was just
Keep it to yourself,
like
folks.
annoyed.
Hmm. I don't even know how to take that, Theos. I thought we was friends.
Who said we weren't? But I know one thing. I know our temperaments, and I know there's some shit I ain't gonna share because if it come up, I'm gonna go off.
I would not.
That's
I
just me.
would. I look. Here's the deal with me. I'll tell everybody my temperament. My temperament is not quick. Never really have been. I make a lot of noise, but my temperament is not quick. I'm the person that if I go off on you, 9 out of 10 you deserve it. Cause the one time I ignore a lot of things. That's the way the person is. Um, she wasn't going out of her way. Oh God, she, them getting on my nerve, but it is what it is, and everything else. I let a lot of stuff fly. But when you decide that in this case right here, when you decide that the only way to help me is to put me back into an abusive situation, and by the way, you want me to get into an abusive situation because of a made-up holiday? Like, what are you doing? I have told you I do not want to get back with that family. I have given you the reasons why I do not want to get back with that family. I have told you this multiple times. So, for the case of me going off on you, I didn't go off on you on the first time that you brought it up. I may not have gone on you on the fourth time you brought it up. But oh, that fifth time. That
No,
fifth
I feel you.
time. Come on.
I
This
feel
is
you. The
Okay,
adult
now
thing to
don't
do.
you know you didn't just go to the Harlem Nights card?
The right thing to do,
When he pulled
in
out the
my
gun and was
viewpoint.
gonna shoot her pinky toe.
Oh, you want to shoot people? Pinky toe. I love that old big head boy. Uh, no, but yeah, it's that's one of the reasons why I tell people, man, like don't get into elevated situations with anybody. It's not worth it, because everybody got a different trigger point, and you don't know whose is what. You know what I'm saying? So, you think this person is your friend or whatnot, but you touching a nerve, you touching a real raw nerve, right? You haven't put them in this particular position before, and then they respond back and they go straight ape shit on you, and now, like in my world, you've just elevated the situation, right? I always tell y'all that each reaction has a reaction. Is how far do you want to accelerate this thing, right? So I messed up. You felt offended, or no, you are offended by what I said. You lashed out. Now you've hurt me. Now I'm going to lash out, but when I lash out, I'm going to lash out my way. See what I'm saying? It's going to be all up to me. And then once I lash out, then you get to lash out. And then we just keep going tit for tat until one of us either can't tit or tat. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this because yo no good ass mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't
Yeah,
even here.
pretty much.
We fighting and she ain't even here. Now I
Look,
got a police record. You got
You got a
hospital
police
bills.
record.
And it's like,
We could have avoided this whole thing.
it's over this little ratchet mama and your no good husband, and neither
when
one
when
and
all
both
that
on
had to
free.
happen was when I said, well, y'all work it out, and you said, hey, man, hey, man, let this one go. It ain't gonna happen. I don't want no more of your advice on this. Yeah, I'm gonna be offended that you just like shut me up. But I'd rather have that level of offended than what came. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like somebody at some point has to decide when to let something drop. And when you're friends, that should happen really fast. Like when you're friends, one of the two of you have to be willing to accept another's wrong to drop the situation to preserve the relationship. So quickly, one of you two need to be like, all right, man, this ain't even worth it. I'm going home.
If a relationship with a person or a church is abusive, folks should pressure other folks to maintain relationship with the abusive person or establishment.
That would be should not.
Should not.
Agree.
We all agree on that.
And LL is clapping at somebody. I don't know who he's clapping at. Oh, but he did say hello.
And I think they're waving.
They're waving.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Well, we only got 10 minutes to for the first hour is over, and I know the rest of these stories is going to take us all the way over into the second hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a executive decision to go ahead and cut the first hour off right here, so we don't go into. Okay, I'm putting up the parentheses. Go into Sunday, but whatever. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and take that first. Fizz, I have hope. Leave me alone. I have hope. I have hope.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Oh, to not go into Sunday. Okay.
I hereby pledge to do my best and not have that happen.
And this is as a friend. No, Fizz.
My best don't always work.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're going to go ahead and take our 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we'll see everybody on the other side with Am I A-Hole, Real or Nah, Mafia video of the week.
Y'all gonna love it. I'm telling you, y'all gonna love this one.
No, you're not.
Yes, you will. This is probably one of the best I've ever suggested.
Everyone that you said it was the best one.
No, this is one of the best. No, nobody beats Drastic Times Call for Drastic Measure. That's the best I've ever submitted. But this one is really close. Really close.
And Foxy's video of the week. Stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna
are back, and of course, let's go ahead and pay those bills. Please do not forget that Radical Truth to Power is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not finna waste everybody's time. You know damn well what we're going to talk about. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/A Better Tracy Media page. Help support Tracy in all of her endeavors. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Complex Mind. Help support Thea's in all of his endeavors. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Radical Truth to Power, exactly the way it's spelled. Capital R, capital T, capital T, capital P. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, Borelli, etc. Learn something that you didn't think you need to know, but you should. And as always, if you want to drop me a line, you can do so at radtp. Do so at radtp@outlook.com. That's RAD. Toilet paper at outlook.com. You said you was having a bad day, and I just wanted to make sure. Put a smile on your face. Parker said, for a second, I thought Tracy said drastic times call for drastic measures, LOL. Parker, you need to go look up that video. You own that video. Will never be shown on this show ever
Oh,
again.
come on. It's one of the best ones you've ever shown. Tell me you didn't laugh. Tell me you didn't laugh.
I laughed the first time. The second time and the third
Now,
time.
I would have to say that Jurassic Times would call for drastic
measures. It
yeah.
would. Yeah.
Okay. Out.
But I was saying drastic.
Am I the a-hole? Okay, this one.
So that last one wasn't that I am the a-hole?
A lot of them was Am I the a-hole? Well, no, we actually created it to start saying Am I the a-hole? We normally just listen to the story and talk.
Oh, okay.
But we just started calling it, we just started giving them a-hole points, so I just float with it. This is the official.
Oh, okay.
Am I the a-hole? I just wanted to have this story because it's just really strange. Husband won't skip work event.
I, 32 female, have been with Paul, 34 male, for 4 years. A year ago, we were in an accident. Paul was driving and 100% at fault. Paul had no injuries, but I broke my back. I was in a back brace for months, and I'm still going to PT. After I was out of the brace, I started going to the gym and running, and at this point, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. I'm really proud of the progress I've made. A month ago, I found out that there was a 10K race on the 1-year anniversary of the accident in a mountain town about 3 hours away. I thought this would be a fun and positive way to spend the day and celebrate my recovery. I suggested this idea to Paul, my 2 best friends, and their partners. The plan was to drive there Friday afternoon, run the 10K on Saturday morning, and spend the rest of the weekend exploring the town. Everyone was on board. Paul recently started a new job. It's fully remote, and he hasn't met his coworkers yet. He's supposed to fly out to San Francisco to meet his team the Monday after our weekend trip. We knew this when we made our plans. A few days before our trip, Paul told me his bosses now want him to be in San Francisco on Sunday because they got box seats to a Giants game, and they want him to come, so he would no longer be able to come on our trip. I thought he was joking because he likes to make fun of corporate culture, but he was serious. I told him to explain the situation and that they can't expect him to be available with less than a week's notice. He said he had already told them yes, and he didn't want to backtrack. So I asked him to tell them he forgot he had a wedding to attend or something like that, and he said he didn't want to turn down the offer because it would be a really good networking opportunity. I suggested he join on Friday as planned and drive back late Saturday and early Sunday to catch his flight. He said no because he didn't want to drive 6 hours round trip just for 1 day. I suggested he fly out of the regional airport nearby, which he also shot down because it would be too expensive. He makes good money, so this wouldn't be a financial burden. I was almost in tears at this point, pleading him to come and telling him how important it was to me. When I realized he wasn't going to budge, I stopped trying to convince him, but I did let him know I was hurt and angered by his decision. The morning I was supposed to leave, Paul was trying to be affectionate and sweet towards me, but I'm still pretty upset So I was admittedly pretty mean to him, and I rejected all his attempts at affection. Now he's upset with me for ruining our last day together and also for pressuring him to skip his work event. I think he's a jerk for prioritizing a baseball game over a celebration of my recovery, especially considering he's the one that caused my injury in the first place. My friends are on my side, but I'd like some unbiased perspective.
Okay, before anybody say anything,
You raggedy son of a...
hold on, Thea, before you say anything, Parker, I need you to pay attention. Oh, the dog playing in the background.
I was being.
OMG, now there's a cat. Parker, I need you to pay attention, Parker.
Well, you're the one putting it. Well, it's better than those.
Yeah, I don't want to
Flying
show those, I
things
don't
that
want to
you
show
put.
those videos anymore. But I
Like
can
a
find a
cool
way of
little
just getting the
kitty
audio.
cat.
Okay, go ahead, Thiz, because pretty much we already know where you're going.
Yep, we pretty much know where you're going.
You raggedy son of a Mitch. Look, that was your plan. I respect your recovery. I get that. It's special to me too. You my other half. It is a serious accident. You went. Most people who have a back injury, they sure enough can't run no mini marathon, right? So bravo, and I'm here for you every day. I'm here. Through your recovery, I was here. I have committed my life to you. You chose this event at the same time that I accepted a new position. At that particular time, when a person is starting a new position, especially when they make good money, which probably means he's a high earner, you don't turn down much of anything from the new job when you first start. Because when they say, hey, we got these box seats and blah, 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 we want you to come, that's a nice way of saying, hey, new hire, want to introduce you to the team. We're all going to be here. I want you here too. This is a nice way of saying it. So I get her being upset because she's human. But this goes back to when we were talking earlier. So we had an accident. Accidents mean that it wasn't intentional, right? You know it, I know it. Was it my fault? Yes. But it's an accident. So now that you're not getting your way, now you can withhold any affection you want to. That's your body. That's on you, right? We can be offended at each other for the rest of the day or whatever the hell we do.
Thiz, I know where you're going. Hold on, I know
you threw the.
I knew that's where you was going.
And wait, there's more.
No, there's no more.
It gets worse.
Well, there was more, but I didn't put it in the tape. There's no more because somebody did bring that up, Thiz. That OMG, how could you throw this back in the face? The OP did come back and say, no, I was thinking that is not what I said to him. And I would never say something like that to him. So yes, she was thinking.
Bravo, you didn't say it, but you. Bravo, you didn't say it. Your actions was the same. It was your actions were motivated by that thought, though. So it is good you didn't say it. That is good. I'm not taking that away, right? That shows restraint. That reflects your character. But your reaction was still predicated on that thought. Soon as he disappointed you, all that shit from the past come up. I bet. You know what? It don't sound like y'all gonna have too much of an issue. This is what married folks do. They have fights, they have disagreements. You gonna be a little stank in the ass for a few days. Go have your little fucking trip and come back and be mad at me for a few more days. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go over here and go to work and I'm gonna make this money and I'm gonna see this game. I'm gonna enjoy this game. I'm gonna come back here and we could be stank-a-dank at each other until we pass that shit. And then we figure out you want Chipotle, you want, Papa John's, you want what you want for dinner, because I'm gonna go get that.
All right, Anna.
Was she intending like everyone to run a marathon or just her?
She was just
She
gonna
won't.
run it. She was just wanting them for the support.
I didn't say that. That was unclear on that too. I was thinking she wanted them
I
to
don't think
run.
that's what it was because she said her and her
That's
friends.
what I got from it.
I thought she wanted her
I
and her
did.
friends to run it.
I didn't get that from it. I thought that she just wanted, hey, we just gonna go and I do my thing and it because
Cause who's gonna
That's
sit
what
there?
I got from it.
I
I
think she
wouldn't
want.
want to run.
I ain't
I'd be
running a
so
marathon.
happy about your recovery, but
I'm happy
I
about
wouldn't
your
want to
recovery and
run.
I'll support you, but I ain't running. I'm not a runner.
I
I
don't think
used to
she
be a
wanted them to
runner. I
run.
used to be a
I
runner,
think
but I don't run
she
marathons.
she wanted them to be her personal cheering section for the run,
Yes.
and then they were going to actually go out and enjoy the sights in the town and do all those
I'm
things
hoping
together.
so, cause
Oh,
That's
you know
when it
okay.
becomes a couples trip. Becomes a couples trip after the run.
I'm
But for
hoping
the
so.
run, hey y'all, look at what I've done.
That's what I
Hmm.
I
got.
get it,
That's
but
what I got from it.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I get why he said he's got to go to work, but um, I don't know. I have such a hard time relating to this.
Yep, rich people problems.
Wow.
well,
Let's
this
all
just
go
seems
run a
more like
marathon.
just
Well, not all go run, but
like it's
come
like
cheer me on a marathon.
which is cool. Like I said, like I get the
Is,
sentiment, but the expectation is out of line. Like
is that's
it's
what
not
bugging me?
balanced.
I can't figure it out.
All right, go ahead, Tracy. Maybe something the rest of us say
This
will trigger
person
something.
is straight up trifling. Trifling.
Which person? Which person?
The one that wanted the husband to drop the plans for girl. Who gonna pay for your physical therapy when you continue to have it? How you think who gonna pay for that? You gonna go on his insurance policy. You're gonna reap the benefits. Shut up. He just started a new job. He's got to go to the now. If it was a football game, you know what I would told him. If I was married, I'd be like, look at here, this way it gonna be. I'm going to the football. I don't care what you say. Baseball, okay, I don't like baseball. It bores me to tears. But it's a company function. They're not nicely telling him, yes, you need to be there. They're not requiring it, but they're requiring it. Girl, shut up. Don't nobody want to watch you run a marathon. Who wants to sit around and watch a marathon? Who sits there and thinks, you know what we want to do? Watch you run a marathon to celebrate your recovery. Great, you recovered. You know what? That's great. Run the marathon. Take yourself and your friend, your best friend, and y'all go. This is work. We have to eat, we have to live, we have to have a house, we have to have utilities. How do you expect you making that much on your job where you can say for me not to go? Sit
What if she's
down.
gonna go pro, Tracy? What if she gonna
I
go
don't
pro?
care. That's his job. It's not like it's not like he's saying, "Oh," and I'm assuming it's a he, but it's not like he's saying, "Hey, I don't want to go." He agreed to go, so obviously he was supporting you. This just came up. That's what we call life. Is and then for her to worst part, well, she was telling him to, oh well, just lie and say your family member died. Really,
Mm-mm.
really, really, you gonna go with that or a wedding? Really, really? Like the employer's not gonna ask,
Wedding.
hey, bring an obituary. Then what you gonna do? Make up one? Sit down. Sat all the way down.
You out here killing off family members.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. So now what happens on your first day at work? Even though you work remote, your first day at work, your job then sent flowers, it
Flowers.
then sent card and money, and then you got to keep this lie going, right? So you got to remember
Yeah.
which cousins you kill
You
uh-huh.
got to
off,
remember
right?
which.
So,
No, kids. It can't be a cousin. It's got to be a mother, father,
oh,
or
it's
child
got
or
to be close.
stepchild.
You're
Yeah,
right.
it's got to be
Got to
close.
be
It
close.
can't. Yeah, it can't be
Yep.
just an uncle. No, it's got to be close.
So now
So-
you got to make up a sibling, and you got to remember the sibling.
Yeah, make up. Remember sibling. How they died? Oh no, it was all of a sudden. And then you go, no.
And then you got to get all misty every time it comes up. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be real. You know what I'm saying? So how, 6 months from now when they ask you about him, and you just be like, excuse me? Oh no,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
It's just too hard for me to talk about it. Come on. She gonna ask.
I'm still numb.
Right.
Killing off.
Right. Oh, okay. My turn. My turn. Okay. It's my turn. You nasty, raggedy, some of a bit, whatever this is said. However he said it. But my thing is to the husband. I disagree with every last doggone thing that came out of y'all freaking mouth.
What the husband?
You agreed to go with your wife
He
to this
did.
situation. Hold on, let me finish. You agreed to go to this situation. Let me explain something about marriage, Tracy. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah, explain it to me.
Do I want to go see Foxy run in a marathon?
He was going to go, but his job told him he had to go to the baseball game.
Wait a minute now. I'll let you speak that whole thing. You gonna interrupt me?
Yes.
No. I do not want to watch a marathon. I have no desire to watch a marathon. I would think it'd be the boringest thing they ever seen. But guess what? I didn't come to watch the marathon. I came to watch Foxy. It is support. You suck it up.
And miss your job.
You don't want to do. Now, here's why I push back on everything that you say. The daughter, wow. The wife even gave him a suggestion of, hey,
kill your family members.
I'll bring him back. Hey,
let's lie together. Let's lie together.
Marathon, and then you can fly out at a later date. You coming up with some little raggedy Ann's type of speech of that's gonna cost money. No shit, and y'all can't even say nothing because you said when they do situations like this, they're high. They make high money. They got money. Okay, you got money to fly out, so at least she is getting something, and then the husband can still get something. No, you wanted to make it easier in your life and just I'm gonna fly out the time that I said I'm gonna fly out, and I made a promise. Once again, welcome back to the 1980s and 90s. I made a promise to the company, and I'm a loyal employee, and I got to be there. If my wife, who I put in the hospital and had to do rehab on her back, and it was my fault. And by the way, here's the funny thing about it, which makes you a little raggedy Ann piece of crap dude. The wife didn't have to say anything about you was the one that put me in the hospital and put me into therapy all this time. Fool, you was in the car. You knew you was the one who did it.
So he knows. So basically, she got a backbone and he's supposed to lose his. Okay.
He's not gonna lose his.
This is a one backbone family.
You try to do all the time.
This is a one backbone family.
If you don't show up to this event, oh my God!
You know how long a marathon takes? Have you ever?
Excuse me, since you didn't show up to this,
Tracy, for the spectator, the marathon takes this long.
You're fired. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kill me.
Companies do this stuff all the time, Roland. They suggest that you go to events. You know you have to go. They're not going to say, no, it's mandatory.
It was not mandatory.
But it is mandatory.
It's a new job. It's his first interaction on a new job. And she did not involve him in the plan. She came up with this plan. Yeah. And then he said, yes, I'll go. So let's not pretend like this is anyway. That's cool. That's cool, man. Hey, she said get your ass on the plane and you're gonna get your ass on the plane. I'm saying I'm gonna go over here.
He could have went later.
I'm saying I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna go over here.
What if the game went to extra innings?
Okay.
I'm gonna go over there.
Literally, I hope your job was worth your marriage. Appreciate it.
If my marriage falls because of this, I didn't need it.
Thank you for real. I'm gonna be with you, Thieves, on
Done.
this one. Bye.
Stand on that.
Okay, stand on it.
If my marriage can fall from this, that means if I dare not do what she says, I can lose my marriage.
If you don't do
Despite
what
all
the
other
company,
factors?
if you don't do what the company says, you're gonna lose your job.
You damn straight I could.
No.
Or you can create a situation.
Mandatory.
But Barla, it is
Neither is that
mandatory.
trip.
Game.
Neither is that trip.
That marathon's not mandatory. She could have ran a marathon in her own city.
I'm married to the person.
That's an elective ass thing right there, boy.
Mandatory.
She could have just had a little party at the Applebee's and said, "Hey, I recovered." She didn't have to run a marathon.
God, I got.
And she can run the marathon. The fact is, she chose to run a marathon. That was not mandatory.
And he could have did both, and he turned it down.
There was no way it would cost too. Nah.
I refuse, and I know my wife can hear me right now. My wife can hear me right now. I refuse to live in fear of my marriage by making a decision that she don't like. I refuse. I'll lose it all before we go there.
We obviously you ain't gonna support somebody who you put in the hospital and put in therapy.
So you gonna wear that around your neck forever?
Yep.
I want ice cream. Well, I don't want to go to the store. Well, I only want ice cream because I had that surgery.
Yeah, if I hadn't broke my back, if you hadn't drove like that, I would have broke my back. And then I could have got that
my mama. I want to go see my mama this weekend. Well, baby, I don't feel like going this weekend. Well, I didn't feel like having my back broken in that car.
This wife is celebrating.
She could have celebrated at Applebee's.
That's been out over a year. You want to put it up that all the way down to because you ain't like the ice cream. That no, you ain't gonna do that.
Marlon, come on.
I am, and I
She
did.
is clearly the a-hole.
It's all about I don't want to offend her and risk her disapproval for even a moment because it could cost me my marriage. And I am saying that is not a healthy marriage. And so we need to be mad at each other. We both gonna be mad. But you know what? My paycheck gonna still show up. You still gonna go to your marathon. You gonna come back home with some wonderful stories.
How's she gonna go to her physical therapy?
Home with some wonderful
He
stories.
putting her on this insurance.
I don't want to hear your damn story. I don't want to hear shit.
And if that's how, that's how you roll. That's why we ain't married to each other. But what I'm saying is,
hear a damn thing about your trip and your baseball game. I wish the hell you would walk up in this house telling me about your trip. Trip.
Well, keep that same energy about that marathon. Keep that same energy about that marathon.
You know how long a marathon takes
about
to
your
run?
back.
If he hit a grand slam home run with three, boy, I wish you would come in here. Let me tell you about the trip I had. F you.
Man.
Get the hell out of my face.
And then my wife, and I swear, dude, it's so funny. It's so funny though, because like if my wife came at me like that off of this situation, now she'd be mad at me. She'd be mad at me because she wanted what she wanted and I didn't give her what she wanted. So now she's mad. That's cool. But what I'm saying, the way you playing that out right there, that would be so hilarious to me because now it's like, oh, so we fighting. We beefing. All right, cool. So since we beefing, check this out. I didn't know that I married a child.
Thank you.
A child?
She is a child. Every time
you
she
all in your feelings because I said no. So let's go ahead and have this out.
Okay.
And
so we finna escalate this as theirs don't like what to do.
We're gonna have our nice little tit for tat.
So we gonna
tit for tat.
No, we finna escalate this.
Yeah.
Okay, you punk ass bastard. You was the one that put me in the damn hospital for over a damn
Why
year.
you gotta bring that up? It was an accident. It was not intentional. What? No.
And the moment you call me a punk ass, you will see my face change and I say one motherfucking thing next and we can go ahead and cancel all this shit. Don't you ever fucking come out your mouth with some punk ass. You punk ass motherfucker, call your mama. Let's go ahead and do this. Fuck you. That's how this shit would go. I ain't gonna play.
Hey, Anna, we're here. How you doing,
Anna?
You doing good?
We're gonna see a lawyer. Because you ain't gonna call me no punk ass. You ain't gonna do that.
Get the damn paper.
There we go. And so because you didn't get your way,
Get the paper.
You see where I just brought you? Marlon, you see where I just brought you? Because you didn't get your way about a marathon, we are now getting divorced. Well played, sir. Well played. Woo, I love this shit.
That's it. You're
No, you. She's all the way. Put
You
Parker's
went
comment
all
up
the way
about
to
throwing to
divorce.
San Francisco because
Damn.
I'm asking,
I
can you
love
put
it.
that up?
Look, if
I
I don't get
love
no
it.
likes on this video, if I don't get no likes on this segment alone, man, so there's nothing I can say. Let's see what everybody else is saying.
Yes, because Parker had a funny one, and I got to respond to it.
Well, let's go to LL. Regaining mobility was a full-time job.
That's true.
Tracy in this story said that the man was having to fly to San Francisco for the job things, so it could have been a 49ers game. Tracy would have been all over it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Right?
Let me tell you something. I sure would have.
Right?
Look at here, spouse. That's the 49ers. You can run that little marathon any day of the week. No, that's the San Francisco soon to be
But they got
6-time
another
world
game next
champion.
week.
I don't care.
They got another
You
game
know
next
how
week.
hard it is to get tickets to Levi Stadium? She better shut up. She better shut up because I know I'm going. Period. Period.
Oh.
Let
Make sure you bring her back a t-shirt.
He get two. He can get two. But I'm going. Run your little marathon. Run it. Run up to the store. Run up the grocery bill. But I'm gonna still go see my 49ers. I don't care. You think I care? Nope. Sure
I love
don't.
it.
Am I putting you before the 49ers? Nope. Not in this case.
I think that'll be in the vow.
What marriages are made of. Thank you.
Yep, I will put in my vows. Do you promise not to leave Tracy if she goes to a 49ers game? You better say yes. You better say no.
I'm
Would
still
you stay
really
married to me
upset that
even
you
if
two
I
are
tell
getting
you no?
divorced.
Tracy's LLL said, "Kill your family member."
That's what she wanted. She told him to lie about it. Just say a family member died. Girl, if you don't say
Come up with a lie because I want something.
Wait a minute, who said
Oh,
that?
okay. I'm glad you're high on
Couple of things
integrity,
say have a
man.
backbone. Well, he broke her back, so the backbone comment is unwarranted.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Well, it ain't the first time he broke her back.
maybe.
That's how they got together.
Oh, come on, dude.
But Thea's never broke his wife's back. Oh.
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 I don't know. We still together.
Run a that's
marathon
around the Applebee's. She could have just ran that thing around Applebee's.
Yep.
And period.
Wow.
Run up the check.
Don't break somebody's back so you can keep that energy. Tit for tat. No, that's not it. It's not tit for tat.
Yes, it is.
It is not tit for tat.
If every time I disappoint you, if every time I disappoint you, you bring up something from the past, then that's just tit for tat. That's tacky.
That's tacky. Yeah, it is tit for
Every
tat.
time I don't do what you want, you're gonna bring up the accident. Every time. Stop putting your underwear on the floor. It goes in the hamper. It's just like when I broke my back because you was driving.
When you broke my back.
Well, that's right. You're correct. You're right. It's just like when you broke my back because your sorry ass can't drive. I told you to wear your glasses. Did you wear your glasses? No, just like you didn't put your underwear in the hamper.
Thank you, LL. You broke
I'm going
back.
to my mama's house.
You can't take a word. Thank you. Thank you.
But you shouldn't be calling your spouse names anyway. That's childish.
He called me a child.
You
I didn't call you a name, though.
Yeah, he didn't call you.
I pointed out your behavior. It was insulting.
I bet you, Marlon, he don't call Foxy no names except for dear, sweetheart, or honey. I could put money on it. I could put money on it.
We don't call it. No, we don't call. No.
But you don't call her out of her name. You don't call her out of her name. Let me put it like that.
But Tracy, here's the deal: why you do stuff when you say stuff like that,
I'm correct.
You scared of her, so I bet the world that you wouldn't go. You don't want to get cussed out. No, I respect my wife enough not to call her out of her name on any occasion.
That's what the point
never call your woman out of her name.
But
you call me out my name, we going to war.
We're going to war, period. My
No, we
name
going
is
to divorce,
Tracy.
like you said. You bring the papers out, bring the pens.
See, and that's fine.
Oh,
And
Parker.
when it all ends, and see, that's the funny thing about it though, because people who love to escalate things, they
Yep.
are willing to escalate anything in the moment. And then when it all fucking burns down,
What did
then
it
they want
happen?
to try to figure shit out.
Yeah,
I'm
it happened.
saying,
I don't want to figure this out.
hey, before you come at me spitting fire, understand I fight back. So mind your P's and Q's just like I mind mine. But once you step out, if we in this
Yeah,
we gonna escalate, then it's gonna go. It's gonna
every
go.
time he
And it's
leaves
not gonna be
town,
because of me.
every time he has to go out of town, you broke my back in that car accident. You're girl, shut up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would never be able to trust this dude for support in any kind of way, shape, or form from this
He
point
didn't
on.
do nothing wrong.
Because he
Okay.
ain't go to the marathon.
Okay, cool.
And
I
she
would
gonna
never,
still
I
be
would
getting the
never
benefits
ever
of
be
his
able
check.
to. I would never ever be able to trust this person.
She'll get
to
over
support
it.
me in anything because I don't know what event
But
that
see,
you work remotely that's gonna come
and I can get
up
that.
again. So okay,
I can respect that. But here's where I'd have a little bit of a difference. This is your spouse. This is someone that arguably you've had ups and downs with. You've been through difficult times. In fact, when he had that accident that caused your back to be broken, which he didn't do intentionally, accidents fucking happen in the life, okay?
All
But
time.
I hope he was the one who was there helping you through all of your recuperation. I hope he was the one giving you encouragement when you didn't think you could do it, when your body hurt that bad, when you couldn't figure out which way was up and down. I hope, I can't say he was because he might be an asshole, but I hope that he was that one who was doing all those things. And then to say that heck gives you zero currency at the moment you disappoint me, I will throw it all out because right now you're not giving me what I want.
What I want,
Nothing
like
you've done in the past has any value to me. It's only what's happening right now. I'm very transactional, and that's what I want. That's rough.
and you can't
there
possibly
need to be a video upload of just the part of Marlon and Thea's doing the role play and going different that.
That was hilarious. I mean,
It will be a
No,
video.
I did more cursing than I normally do, and I would like for that one not to be.
well, you
Because
know what
I'm
you
a
could
good
do.
guy.
What's normal?
Yeah, because
I don't curse as much as I used to, though.
It was believable.
yeah,
Punk
you
is what punk does. Thank you, LL. Moral of the story: straighten up and drive right.
right.
God, wow, we are the mafia.
I like that one.
Rough tonight.
Oh
Real
my
or
gosh.
not? Okay, this is pretty long. Just give you a heads up. If you want to go get you a beverage or something like that and just listen to it instead of looking at it, I'm telling you it's a little under 5 minutes. But I had to play it. I had to play it because of two things. Either this story is not real, or this story is real, and it needs to be made into a Lifetime movie.
It's
Those
the
are the
name
grandma
only,
again,
Thriller
ain't it?
those are
Run.
the only two choices that you have.
The man is mean.
Either it's not real or this is real and it need to be made into a Lifetime movie. But the whole deal of it is this is from Dusty Thunder. He has a YouTube website. I'll link it later on down. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He
like a retired wrestler or something?
No.
It does sound like it.
Doesn't he though?
But he
sounds like somebody who like to wrestle in his underwear with other grown men with some rubbing out with some baby oil.
That was very specific.
For
no reason.
You know.
I mean,
let me hurry up and play this before you, man. Anyway, y'all gonna take it.
Hey, it's a sport, sir.
Whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look at it again. Those are your two options.
Dusty Thunder. Thunder.
Name of the video is Mother-in-Law Poisoned Me.
Everyone has their own nightmare in-law story, though I couldn't imagine how bad mine would be. As it turns out, the worst thing wasn't my mother-in-law poisoning me, the worst thing was why she did it. I met Craig on one of my rare vacations. We had sort of a whirlwind relationship. We fell hard for each other and we were married in a courthouse wedding within 2 months without ever meeting each other's families. Mine visited a few weeks later and after the initial shock, really liked Craig. While we got moved in together and figured out married life, I got to hear more about his parents who lived near the rest of his extended family and a few hours away, though we never saw them. My work schedule is rough. I work 6 to 7 days a week and my off days are a blur of appointments and errands. I think in the 2 years before I met Craig, I only left the city once. I finally got a few days off so we could head to visit his family about 6 months later. His whole family came over and everyone seemed thrilled to meet me, except for his mom, Betsy. She was cold and distant and could sit there without saying a single word to me. It was creepy, but I kept trying to spark up conversation. On our last day, he announced that we should take an afternoon hike up into the national park their house sat on the edge of. Betsy made lunch and I was changing to go out when it hit me, just waves of nausea. I wound up in the bathroom for hours that afternoon. I figured it was just a touch of something and thought nothing of it. We went back a few months later and again had a great time except for Betsy. She wouldn't talk to me though. Craig brushed it off and said she's just getting to know me. He finally said we could rent jet skis the next day and explore a lake in the next town as a way to get out of the house and unwind, which made me feel better. I was so excited to tell everyone that we were going, but it wasn't to be. After eating, I got so sick I could barely walk for the next 2 days. At this point, I started to get suspicious. No one else was sick, and we all ate the same food. It seemed like Betsy must have been up to something, but it wasn't until our next visit when a night in a romantic cottage another hour up the road was canceled due to me getting sick that I was sure Betsy was poisoning me. Craig said I was insane. He said it must be an allergy to something his mom used in her cooking, which actually made sense, though I have never had time for an appointment to get it checked out. Still, I decided on the next trip that I'd make a big casserole and bring it with us. If I cooked the food and served it, nothing could be added. Well, I hadn't had 2 bites before I realized I had left the wine I was drinking unattended while I was heating up the casserole, and my stomach was already doing flips. You know what happened next, and it wasn't pretty. I was so sure his mom was poisoning me, and I confronted Craig about it. I told him I wouldn't visit his family again if she was there. It was our first big fight, but he finally said he wouldn't force me to visit, and we could figure out how to best deal with the situation. She had never been nice to me, so it wasn't a loss. The next time I got off, we decided we'd head to that little cottage we had rented before and not been able to use. We were driving right past his family place and it seemed rude to not stop, so we compromised and bought some pizzas. I even decided just to not drink anything unless it was water from the tap. We got in and threw pizza on our plates when one of his cousins arrived and everyone briefly left the food unattended. I realized my mistake almost immediately and decided to try an experiment. Craig and I both had 2 slices, so I just switched our plates while everyone was in the next room. Craig was so sick I was really worried about him. The drive to the city was awful. We had to pull off a lot, and he was a mess. We had been back home for 3 days before I broke down and told him I had switched the plates. I've never seen such anger before. The rage in his eyes is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. He shoved me into a wall, then came flying at me. He threw me over the couch, but somehow I managed to grab my keys and phone and ran out of the door, not even wearing shoes. Wait, why would he be pissed at her?
Oh, just wait.
Oh, you'll see.
I got lucky with the elevator and made it to a friend's place safely, finally turning off my phone after I missed his 47th call. I had no idea what to do or when it would be safe to go home. It was the scariest time of my life. It was 2 days before I turned my phone back on when I heard the messages from the police. I drove upstate immediately. Craig was dead. Betsy had shot him after he broke into her house and charged at her with a knife. I learned that Craig had been married once before and his wife had died on a tragic hiking accident. Craig made a lot of money in the life insurance payout, and Betsy always suspected Craig had killed her and was nervous about letting him be alone with me, especially out in the remote area he was so familiar with from his childhood. So she ensured that every time he planned an outing that I would be sick. It wasn't easy, but she didn't think I would believe her, as no one else had ever shared her suspicions about Craig. I found the life insurance policies he took out on me without my knowledge afterwards, and I refused to press charges against Betsy. She was only trying to protect me. I still visit her from time to time when I need to get out of the city. I love her cooking.
What?
So it's definitely going to be a nah. But boy, it would make a great little docu-series type joint. It would be like this would be a good episode of like The Young and the Restless or something.
Hold on, I'm confused. I'm confused. So the mother-in-law wasn't trying to kill her; she was trying to kill the son.
No,
Hmm?
the mother-in-law was poisoning her so that she could never be left unaccounted for with him, where he could cause her harm. So what he liked, because basically his first wife died out on a hiking trip or some outward excursion, and it seemed a little funny, right? So mom, instead of confronting her son, because I guess she couldn't, there's no proof, she decided I'm gonna just keep making the girl sick so she can't ever go on these hiking trips. That's still this is why is a
Okay,
nah, because that means he would have to be able to recreate the same situation
and weren't they alone
with a
other
group of
times?
people.
Yeah, that's where I was like, nah, because wouldn't they? If she's doing that to okay, so when they're not at the cabin, they're alone. So how does she protect her when they weren't there around? This date make that's what's okay. This is
Because apparently he only likes to kill people on
in
a
the
hiking trip.
woods. Like he just kill them in the woods. Okay,
It has to be look. It has to look like an accident. And apparently, only way he knows how to make it
and the
look like
mother shot him right because he charged at her. For
yeah,
what
With a
reason?
knife.
with a knife.
Okay, for what reason did he charge at her? Like she was gonna tell her
Be-
something?
because he's the one who got poisoned,
He
which
Oh
means he
died.
knew
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
Yeah, he
on
yeah,
got
to it.
yeah,
sick.
yeah. Then,
And
then she
then, well,
figured. Then he figured, oh, she's
Tracy,
on to me. Okay, okay, now it's making sense.
Tracy, I got a news flash for you. If I have a gun and you have a knife and you charging at me with a knife, my first intention is not to ask, but why? I I need
I'm not
to.
saying that. I'm just saying I was
You
trying to
said, well,
understand the
why was he
story.
charging with her with a knife? I'm like,
I forgot
I
about the
ain't got
part.
time to figure out why you charging at me with a knife.
I
But
feel you.
so yeah, why he act the way he because okay, Anna, take it because I have my reasons why I'm going to say what I have to say.
There's really nothing to argue on this. We should all agree on this one. I think.
No, because he needs to just work it out with his mother.
Well, he did, but she shot him.
Oh, that's right. He tried to give her a hug and caught a slug.
He tried to give him a knife hug.
The knife was a misunderstanding. He forgot he had it.
How you forget you got a knife in your hand?
You
You man
forget
in
that you
charge.
have. What type of knife? Was it
He
like
was
a butter knife,
see,
or was it
he was
like
going to put it on the counter.
And what
He was
type of?
going to put it on the counter, but he kind of tripped a little, so it looked like he was lunging, and then she shot him.
I'm
Just
just
like
wondering what
somebody,
type of knife was it? Was it a
that
kitchen
sounds
knife,
just
a
like
butter
somebody who
knife, or a butcher
accidentally killed
knife?
people.
Because if it's a little butter knife, she didn't really have to shoot him.
That sounds just like somebody who accidentally like to kill people. I just happened to trip and she tripped over me and went off the cliff.
But I mean, for Mama to be ready to like draw down and put one in you, right? She ain't like his ass no way.
She sure
So
didn't.
she probably got a policy on him too. This could be like that movie
They're
where
right in
the
the.
family thinks that they're in a cult, and in order to maintain their wealth and power, they have to kill the new bride of whichever child, and is a funny, weird ass movie. But
What is
basically,
it?
the
What we
family
call?
is all trying to kill this poor woman.
I don't even want to know what that movie's called.
Especially when you talk
It's
about
kind of
And
funny,
you
it's
still
funny all
visit
in
her
the
to this
same
day.
but it wasn't made like a comedy, and yet it was a comedy, right? Like it is. I don't know. I stumbled into it one day. It was in the movies some years ago,
Was it
but
on
I stumbled
BET?
into
No,
it
it
one
probably
day and
wasn't on
started
BET.
watching it. Now, I was when I was in the hotel, so I had to watch cable.
Mm.
I had my
Sound like a Tubi TV show.
Hey, them Tubi TV shows be good though.
Tubi be jamming, man. I love me some Tubi. And Freebie, Oh man, Freebie boy, it's got
Pluto
Burn
is
Notice.
better.
I
Freebie
like
got
Burn
Burn
Notice.
Notice?
It's my favorite show.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, if you
I
got
like
an Amazon, if you have an Amazon subscription, go into your Amazon and go to Freebie, and Burn Notice is in Freebie. You're welcome, everybody.
We don't subscribe to Amazon.
One of the greatest TV shows ever
Yeah.
made.
Hold on, everybody. Yes, Foxy. That's the one with the guy that likes to do the talking before he does narrating before he does everything. Yes.
Yes, Michael Weston.
My name is Michael Weston. I'm a spy until
I used to be a spy.
I know that whole line. Anna, you got anything?
On any of the three topics we actually just talked about.
No? Okay. Here's why I'm going to say nah. And I think it needs to be a Lifetime movie. The only reason I'm saying nah to this is
They'll agree there. Yeah.
there's too many holes when it comes to I don't want you to be alone with him in the woods because that's how I think he killed his first wife. Because the real simple thing to do is he could have always took her hiking up to them woods without ever stopping by the mom's house. Like that was a necessity that I think
it's part of the alibi. If I take her by myself and something happens to her, then it'd be like, remember that guy who had the girlfriend, the college girlfriend, this is only a couple years ago, really happened, and she just miraculously disappeared while they were hiking in the Grand Canyon or something like that, and then he went on the run. And
the YouTube people that used to do the hiking all the time, and
that one.
Because it was YouTube celebrities, whatever. Anyway,
but the movie's called Ready or Not,
and he done went to look that up like we wanted to know.
Y'all welcome. It's a good movie.
I'll take a look. So it was just too many holes in it, but let's see what everybody else is out.
You didn't ask me or Tiz.
Tiz already said something, but Tracy,
I'm good. I said mine.
This is so. What is this? An episode of How to Kill Your Wife or something? This is so. This not only does it have holes in it, this is completely made up. I don't know whether the writers of Dallas wrote it or Falcon Crest or whatever nighttime soap opera you want to talk about. This is this ain't real. No. Thank you.
How to Not Get Away with Murder.
Thank you. Exactly.
Never did look at that show once. Oh boy, this story has taken a turn. LL says, no cap, totally plausible.
Nah.
A lot of the stories, LL is plausible, but plausible don't mean
could happen,
it
but
means it's real. I mean, it's a possibility that everything that they put in the story makes it plausible. But the stars have to align so freaking well for it to happen. And that's
what kind of poison?
Plausible.
Yeah, because you have to poison her. You can't poison her to kill her. You just have to make her sick.
That's the
like, what does she got in her kitchen? That she doing this just?
And see, that's the other thing that's throwing me is what was she using?
It'll make her sick, but it won't kill her. And then, you gonna just keep eating her food?
And by the way, Mom, you got some ninja-like reflexes that you able to get it in the food. You could able to get it in the wine. You was able to get, and nobody saw you do none of these. The pizza.
I think it was always in the drink. She just didn't know it at first. But what I'm still curious about though is what kind of chemistry set is Mama working with? Because she had to study for this. Like that means, see, that's what I'm saying. This is family. This family, see. Somebody to look at. If the mom is a widower, somebody needs to look into why the dad is dead. Okay, so I'm just saying this runs in the family. Okay,
It apparently
she's a
does.
poisoner and he's a cliff pusher, right? But they both like to knock people off.
But here's the other question nobody's asking. So the mother-in-law thinks her son is gonna kill the daughter-in-law. So instead of just saying, hey, she says, gee, let me poison her so that she gets sick and won't be able. What? What kind of. What? How do you. No, this is not real. This is not real. Absolutely not real.
Yeah. Instead of saying, run, girl, you go with, I'm
gonna
just
poison.
gonna not quite kill you. I'm
gonna make you
he want to kill you.
really sick.
He want to kill you. I'm just gonna
poison
make you think you're gonna die. So I'm better. See, I like you. He don't like it. He'll kill you.
And who wants a
I
mother-in-law
like
that possibly kills your husband? Because if you could kill him, you could also kill me.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the runs. You know, he wanted to run you over.
Craig ignored a friend over and over again when the guy kept getting sick over and over, but he got mad when he actually had to deal with getting sick.
Yeah, because he didn't.
Yeah. If everyone's afraid, they can do very strange. Yeah. Now that I will give you, LL. If somebody is afraid, they
do some stupid
They do
stuff.
some things that
They do some stupid stuff. You be like, what?
Yes, Parker, a stabbing hug.
Stabbing hug. Yeah, he did say stabbing hug.
Also, how do you take out life insurance policy on someone else without them knowing?
Oh, you do that? That's easy.
No, actually, it's not.
It's pretty easy.
You can get it on your job without the other person's consent, but a private policy, if the person is an adult, they just have to sign for it. Now, granted, you could forge the signature and hope you never get caught because the person's dead. But yeah, that's a little bit of insurance fraud. But what's insurance fraud to a murderer?
Got a point. Establishing an alibi is why he wouldn't do it at home. Okay.
Yeah, because if she dies at home, then everybody's questioning him. If she just gets sick in the
too much evidence to do it at home. If she's missing in the wilderness, 3 days of exposure will erase most evidence.
You see somebody that's seen a few episodes of Snap.
Yep. LL, you fake a signature like middle school.
Pretty much. Like what they gonna do? Check other signatures?
Yeah.
We know they don't.
I heard somebody say, I used to fake my mom's signature all the time at school. It was like, ooh, man, you shouldn't do that. You can get caught. It was like, what the school gonna do? Go and find some other documents and look up my
they sure won't.
And try to compare the two? It's a signature.
They could.
They could, but they not.
Yeah, I respected my parents way too much, and I was scared to death of my daddy. I wasn't forging shit. Now my brother, he could make that signature look perfect. Me? And I'm the only left-handed person in the family too. I'd have been busted so quick.
Wow. Okay. That answers a lot of questions. That answers a lot. Mafia video of the Let me repeat this again, just in case Tracy heard it and a lot of people have shown up, and just in case everybody did miss it. This video is the reason why I am suspending Tracy Carson from ever suggesting another Mafia video of the week for the rest of the year.
But tell them what Parker, I said when I suggested it.
But Parker, yes, I know it's only 6 months from now, but still, I can't take no more.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. This is hilarious.
Okay, everybody, just get ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Just Black people and white people can shop for furniture.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture,
We can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House.
I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Good job.
Yeah. Now, Marlon, I need you to go to the Red House, dog. It's in North Carolina. I need you to go to the Red House,
North Carolina.
I need you to go holler
Oh,
at Big Head.
gosh.
I need you to go holler at
Oh.
Big Head, man.
Oh,
At
gosh.
the Red House.
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, yo, these people ain't even at the spot because you could tell they had the background. But then here go Big Head jumping on the couch. And I'm like, he at the Red House.
Yeah, he is. And what did I say to Marlon? I was like, if you don't put this as your Mafia video of the week, I will walk. You will never see
I need
it
you
again.
to go to the Red House, Marlon.
Nope, you put it on here. You put it on here. It's in North Carolina. All you gotta do is get in your car, drive down to the Red House.
Okay, two things that stuck out for me. One, dude, your nickname is not Big Head.
He pumps iron.
How you gonna tell that man what his nickname is?
Nickname is not.
Yeah, he pumps iron. Okay, right. Two, dude,
Especially because he can't move his hand. I doubt he pumps iron.
Your nickname is not 10 Gauge. Ain't nobody walking around calling you 10 Gauge. Three, did you notice when the white dude jumped on the mattress and said, "This mattress is perfect for white people"?
He said in black people.
Damn it. Do I really? I need this job. And black people.
He never said that. He never said that.
That dude paused for a little bit longer than necessary for that.
I like when Big Head leaped on the couch, though. That's my favorite part. No, the singing is my favorite part. The singing is my favorite part, but Big Head leaping on that couch is my second favorite part.
And move the couch.
He moved the whole couch.
I like how they realize, wait a minute, we've only been talking to the black and the white people. Hey, for Hispanics too. And all people.
And all people.
And all people. You ain't even have time to show everybody else. And all people. And we ain't got time to list everybody else.
And at first you think this has got to be fake until you call the number and you realize this is real.
No. I did my investigation.
Real.
It is real.
Somebody's
Did you go to the Red House, Mom?
Did you go there?
I wouldn't step into the Red House.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this was so funny.
Because I'll be the person to go, hey, where's Big Head and 10 Gauge?
And they would be happy to see you.
They ain't done no
Where
more.
they serve black people and white people buy furniture.
That video like 12 years old.
I don't care. It's still funny.
But anyway, that's it. We done with it. But
at the Red House.
Here's the funny thing about it. I'm not suspending Tracy Carson for the rest of this year because of that video. I'm suspending Tracy Carson because when I pulled that video up on YouTube, the algorithm showed me other corny ass videos. You will see the other corny videos in the following weeks starting tomorrow.
And those weren't even the ones I suggested. I just suggested this one. Oh no, I suggested the Super Bowl one where they did the Super Bowl shuffle, and the other one. Oh gosh.
Were they all Red House?
No, they were different companies.
No. Trust me, dude. It's
Oh my gosh. Nobody
Marlon,
made you
dog. For real, dog.
go to the
I
Red
need to
House.
go check it out.
I'm not going.
Check it out, man.
Why not? They serve black people and white people. They sell them both.
Exactly.
And Hispanic people and all people.
All people.
And all people.
Go ahead and get one of them multiracial lamps.
Pressure in people's homes.
And I'm an African American woman, and I love the Red House. Why did she?
And it's like it was so fun. That's why I was like, I love it. I love it because it's self-deprecating humor, and it's like, hey, in case you haven't noticed, I am a white man. Hey, in case you haven't noticed, I am a black woman.
As you can't see.
And yes, we are at the Red House.
No, at the Red House.
Red House.
Wow.
I have no words. They will call your mama. Tracy, you're so fine.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Y'all know this show wouldn't be the same without me. Stop.
That place sound like if you buy a sofa, they give you a biscuit.
Yeah, and some gravy on top of it.
And some gravy up. Biscuit and gravy. Gotta have the gravy.
This better not be another Mr. T video.
No, we only did one part.
Oh, Mr. T was better. It's worse than the Mr. T.
It's worse.
I don't think much gets worse than the Mr. T video. That
beats it. That beats Mr. T. No, absolutely not. This is so cringy. Where did
it popped up on my YouTube. You know how YouTube suggests this video? So I took I was like, oh, I'm suggesting this one. If Marlon don't put this one on, I'm walking. I ain't never coming back. You ain't gonna never see me no more. This better be on here.
See, the algorithm must not like me. All it ever gives me is serious stuff.
Oh, I get all kind of crazy stuff. All kind of crazy stuff. Why. Because I'm known to click on crazy stuff. They go by what you click.
I get politics and
I get politics,
social commentary, and why is Chevrolet discontinuing the Camaro? Real video, folks. That dropped in my algorithm today.
Really?
Yeah.
But Marlon, nobody made you click on them other videos that are way worse than the Red House video.
It was a rabbit
Red House.
Yeah. Nope, you can. It said the red because they emphasize the red part. They emphasize that D on that red, and you got to get it just right. I'm just like, who thought?
I'm black, and I'm at the Red House.
My name is, what's his name? Buckethead or Big Head or Jughead?
Big Head.
Yeah,
Big Head.
my name is Big Head, and I sell white people for what? No, we didn't know you. Oh no, he said I lift weights. You know you lying. And I sell white people furniture. Well, okay, that's your job. Who sat down and thought, you know what, we need to make a commercial. Let's get somebody to sing. Oh, it's hilarious. It's like
it was lighthearted.
They didn't take themselves too seriously.
They could.
And Big Head, he moved that couch. I mean, when he leaped on that couch, the whole thing just went scoop, scoop.
I'm still looking at that.
Yeah, he went full, what was that, Rick James.
I'm still looking at that white dude sideways. You took a little too long to say and black people, so sorry.
But he shook the black guy's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They even hugged a little bit. Mm-hmm. This is a unity video.
Marlon, I still don't see why don't you go to the Red House? You know it's real. It wouldn't take you long to get there. Because you probably need some furniture.
No, we're good.
Peace, guys.
See you later. Anna's not feeling well, so she's
Oh.
out of here.
Feel better,
And
Anna.
we already on this last video, so last segment, Foxy's videos of the week. All right, first of all, Anna, feel better. Hope we'll see you tomorrow.
Feel
But if
better.
you're not feeling
Yes.
better, please do not come on the show. Again, this is a marathon, not a sprint. I would rather have you long term than short term. Trust me on that one. The first video is. We're not going to do this the whole damn show. I promise you, I would drop you off this show. Don't do that. I don't care. The first video basically is a Karen, but wow, because I didn't even know people like this existed.
Take a look at this. Okay, so the context of this video is that the woman gets too hot on the plane after it landed. So she decided to open the emergency exit, and she just casually hangs out on the frickin' wing. Like, look at her sitting there. So I did find an article that I'll link if you guys want to read it. So the pilot does immediately call security, police, and medical staff to the scene. And now she's blacklisted, which is no surprise. Now, the crazy thing is, she wasn't even drunk, guys. She wasn't drunk, she was sober. She just wanted some fresh air. My friends, if you think that's entitled, wait until you hear this.
People doing some stuff, man. And you know, I want to, you know, old me would have said white folk. But it ain't just them no more. It ain't just them. Everybody out here acting crazy. They all acting crazy as hell. And I'm just like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You thought that you just gonna do something funny, and now look at you. You can't fly no more. You know, and it's just stupid. You know.
I think she had a hot flash because those are very unpleasant. Those are very unpleasant. As men, you will never know it. Be glad that you're male because they're not pleasant. She had a hot flash.
Men can have hot
Well,
flashes.
I am glad that I am male,
but men can have hot flashes.
Since when?
Isn't it when your hormones are imbalanced? It can cause it.
I ain't never heard no man say I had a hot flash.
You ain't gonna ever hear.
That's because it's not socially acceptable.
Exactly.
Y'all don't want us to share our feelings.
Ain't no man gonna walk around talking about.
My guess is Karen had a hot flash and she just wanted to get some air. And like me, she turns on the air conditioner even though it's 15 degrees outside. It's okay.
She just wanted some fresh air. Whatever. Okay.
I'm still going with hot flash.
You can have a hot flash, but okay. This next video right here. This is actually a serious discussion, and I know I joke, and I always say it's a serious discussion, and I go, it's a joke and everything else. It's a parody, and I get it. But I do want to take a deep dive into it because I've seen it, I've lived it, I've learned it, and I just want to do it with this panel and the people that are watching this video. And I do want to have a discussion about it. You have to talk too.
Do you care about your friends?
Of course, all of them.
Would you do anything for them?
Name it and I'm there.
What if they had a problem?
Talk to me.
Even if they were going through something really tough?
Then they won't have to face it alone.
What if it hurt them too much to talk about?
As much as it hurts, it's only going to hurt more if you don't open up.
Okay, good. Now this next part is really important.
Lay it on me.
What if you had a problem?
Bottle it up.
No.
Push it all the way down. Don't be a burden.
No, what you said, what you just said before.
My family and friends have enough to deal with.
Back, Midoriya. Think back.
Conceal, don't feel, do not let it go.
Okay, let's just start from the top again.
That is life. That is so life.
I looked at the video and I
what
didn't know
healers
where
do.
it was going. I really didn't know where it was going. till it got to that last part. We as a society, the people who actually give a damn about other people, so the people who don't, we're not talking to you. Everybody else is paying attention, that you do give a damn about your fellow man. I'm talking to you. You go out of your way, physically and verbally, saying, hey, sis, bro, cousin, niece, nephew, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, if you have an issue, please come and talk to me. I am there for you. I will always be there for you. You can talk to me about everything. Meanwhile, at the same freaking time, something happens to you, you ain't saying jack.
Nothing.
Not a word.
Yep.
Now, it could be a combination of they not rescinding what you are rescinding to them. Hey, come to me, talk to me, blah, blah, blah. But if they are saying the same things to you and you just feel like you could come talk to me about anything, but the problems that I'm having, no, I'm just going to bottle up and everything else. And this is why I wanted to bring this subject up, because how many times have we sat here and heard a tragedy of any kind, an unaliving of any kind, or whatever you want to say it? And one of the first things that people say was, I didn't know anything was wrong.
Wrong, yep.
He will always be there for me, and he was always a family person. He was always because that's what role he took. You can come to talk to me, but I'm not going to come and talk about your problems. And it's so, don't be that person.
Yep.
Please do not be that person. Yeah, Thea's, of course. What?
So, couple things. One, an empath is notorious for this.
Yep.
Right? They feel and they want to heal, and that's what they want to do. And it's also notorious for people who battle with some level of depression, which unfortunately oftentimes happens with empaths too, because you project with the type of world that you wish existed. So you're there for everybody, but you don't know how to let someone be there for you, because that's just not how you're wired, right? And then there's a third one. Y'all better not go around telling nobody nothing, because as soon as they get mad enough, they're gonna run your business in the street.
The street, yep.
Hold it, bottle it, push it down.
Yep. This is the story of my life. I do this so often that I don't even think about it. Like, I'll sit all day and listen to somebody's problems, but me telling people my problem, nah. Because I figure, oh well, they've got better things to do, and it's a hard habit to break. Hard.
Yes, it is.
Like, don't do it. Don't start it. Don't. Yeah, it's. I'm like, what? This is me. What?
For the people, and I get this third person thing, especially because of the story that we
all
had.
All three were valid.
I understand all three. I didn't say all three wasn't valid. All three is valid. But what I'm saying is, it's not norm.
Yes, it is normal when people do it
It's
all the
normal
time.
It's normal for certain people, because look,
it's not healthy. Maybe
daggone well, you got that friend that runs their mouth, that will drop that bomb. You know who the friend is. Doggone well. Don't people act. I didn't know. How dare you say my business out of you? Knew daggone. Look, she just told you what Uncle Susan was doing before Uncle Susan was Uncle Susan. You knew You knew he was gay. Come on, you know that person. You know how to keep. Okay, you're telling me about everybody else's business. So obviously, if I'm a smart person,
yeah,
because I'm freaking rarity these days, but I'm going. pretend. If you're a smart person, you know, okay, she's always running up to me, or he's always running up to me telling me about what everybody else is doing. Chances are I don't think I need to be telling this dude my business. So even when he's done and he is to send us off with, well, enough of that. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm good. I'm
Great,
good, man.
great,
Yeah, I'm
wonderful,
good.
man.
Woo,
I have
boy, I'm
no
good.
problems whatsoever, boy.
Man, everything's wonderful.
Everything is everything. You know the person. But when you have a family and friends who constantly keep saying how you do it, and you're listening to them, and my wife had to teach me this, or I taught her. I can't remember which is which. Sometimes people don't want you to solve their problems.
Nope,
They just want somebody to listen
to.
to. They want you to listen to them. That's all. They want to get stuff off their chest. You ain't got to solve their problems. So people who why are you coming to me? I have no idea what you need to do. They ain't ask you what they needed. They just like to, I want to get this off my chest. I want to let somebody else hear it. But then when you have a
I don't like
problem,
them burden sharers.
huh?
I don't like them burden sharers. You gonna take all your misery and just dump that out on somebody else? And then what do they do?
That depends.
And what do they do? The burden sharers love to take their misery or their issues and they go find that person that's an empath and they dump it all over them.
And that again is somebody.
But they shouldn't have done. But you
know
shouldn't. Okay, then don't be one of them people. You could come to me for anything. And then when somebody comes to you, why'd you come to me for? I don't like that either because it's like because how do you know who to go to then?
Hold on, Tracy. Tracy and Theus, hold on. Again, stop acting like you don't know who this person is. If I'm talking to a person and the only thing that they ever come to me is on something that's bad, like you don't have nothing good going on in your life. Nothing. Every time I talk to you, it's something bad, worrisome.
That's because they have some sort of depressive state going on, and they're just
that could be true.
And
that might not be the one to keep coming to you.
And me and Foxy
depends on who you are.
With a line. Me and Foxy came up with a line. Do what you think is best. Pray on it. And the reason that we came up with that because there's two other lines before it. If you come with an issue and you go, "What should I do?" and we give you, well, you know, I'm not trying to get your business, but if you do this, then maybe this will happen. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Then you come back with the same issue. Okay. The first issue was the nice one. The second issue is flat out telling you, okay, listen, you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this. It's a hard road, but you can get past it. Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, you're right. The third time you come with me to the same issue, you know what? Do what you think is best. Pray on it. Because you ain't listening to me on absolutely nothing. I can't play this game with you. Because now, what you call it, Thea's burden people? Now you became a burden people. You just want to have issues. And I don't have time for that. Yes, I did tell you to come with me if you have any issues. But if the issues is being solved and you just decide, nah, that's not exciting enough. No.
But that could be a need to have somebody listen to them, to have somebody they know you care.
So you need to go get professional help.
Oh boy. Let me mark down. Don't come to Marlon with troubles. Because Marlon doesn't give a crap.
That was harsh.
Look. If I'd have gave you advice that's free, then maybe you need to go pay for it.
Oof.
I don't want to say
I can't help you.
I can put you on the list.
Help,
I know what to do now, Marlon. Whenever I have problems,
you're right. You're absolutely right.
No.
If I'm giving you free advice and I know this is going to
But
help
sometimes I don't want advice. Sometimes I just want somebody to listen to me.
No. I said if you end the sentence off with "What should I do?" and I give you advice because it's in my wheelhouse, and the first time I say it nicely, like I'm not putting you on Front Street. I'm just saying it nicely. Hey, maybe if you think about doing this. Maybe you should do this. That's nice. That's one. The second one is, okay, I'm going to bluntly tell you what you need to do because some people don't take hints or however you want to say it. Some people just need that straight up. Here's the point. You need to do A, B, C. Freak, I'll write it down for you. You need to do this to get to here to get to here. After that third time and nothing's changed, and you, okay, because there's a caveat, because there is a sentence that comes before the third one. And the sentence is, well, did you do what I
they do. And then what if they do it and then it doesn't work?
I didn't do that yet, because you know what? Do what you think is best. Pray on it. Because at that point, you're not going to do it. You just want to hear yourself vent.
And sometimes that's what they want to hear. Sometimes they're not at the point where you could be saying the same thing over and over again. And they may not be at the point where they can hear your advice. And they're going to keep coming back to you. I get where you're coming from, but this is probably why people conceal and don't feel. Because when you conceal and don't feel, people, oh, what did you do? And like I said, sometimes you don't want their advice. You just want to be heard. And I know this one because this is where I struggle with. I just want to be heard. I don't necessarily need your advice.
I personally never give advice until I hear the words, what would you do? Because I always look at anybody who's, I've had several people who just wants to vent, and I'll listen. But and I've had not arguments, misunderstandings. Well, I told you something, you didn't say anything. You didn't ask a question.
What is this Three's Company? Misunderstandings?
No, that's just a stupid TV show. The misunderstanding is you didn't ask me a question. You was just coming to vent, so I listened to you to vent. Because sometimes people just want to get stuff off their chest. I'm not going to give you give you advice because that's not what you asked for. You just want to get stuff off your chest. If you end the sentence on with what would you do, then I will give you advice. And even then, sometimes I have no idea what you should do. I have not a clue. If somebody came to me and go, my insurance company is screwing me over and I think I need to do something, but I really don't know what to do. Guess what? I know somebody you need to talk to. His name is Theus. You need to go talk to him because ABC and he knows what to do. I want a new house. I don't know how to get a new house, but I'm really trying to get a new house. And I heard about these programs. Guess what? Hey, I know a person named Tracy. Maybe she should give you some advice because I'm not really good at giving you this advice. I have not a clue. So my advice may not be coming to me. My advice may be giving it to somebody else who has more information on it. But the third reality is I ain't got nothing for you. I just don't. I don't know nobody, and I don't know where this issue is. Relationship-wise, yeah. Anything else?
I can hear you because I'm really not very good at being the one you just vent to. Like I'm a bring me a problem. I'm gonna try to help you find a solution or try to give you one. I am notorious for that, but like Tracy's kind of hitting on, I still want to make sure that I am creating an environment where. And this ain't for everybody. Everybody don't get this access. But, you come to me and I think you need help with something, right? Like that's how you came to me, right? You asked for advice, you asked for guidance, right? It wasn't just a vent session. And then I give you the advice, I give you the guidance, and then you don't do nothing with it. I'm still going to be there when you come back around because I need you to be here. So, my patience might get a little shorter each rotation. But no, I don't know. I mean, and it's not a catch-all, right? Because like your old random Rudy Poo I ain't got a lot of patience for you. You know what I'm saying? But family, friends, close friends, I just want to help you get past whatever it is that's hurting you right now. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
hear where you're coming from, but
yeah,
it's
I
just
do too. But
it
again,
your delivery was harsh.
and like I said, as a person that struggles with, I've always wanted to be heard. I've always that's literally all I want is people to hear what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. I may not necessarily need your advice because I'm pretty sure I know who to go to when I ultimately need advice. I know who to go to. But most of the time, I need, I need, I need to vent it out and to just let it go. That's what I need. And so, and I do that to you guys all the time. I'm not feeling it today. I can't pinpoint what's wrong, but I know something is wrong. And I think that's where a lot of people they keep it inside because they don't want to sound like they don't have they don't want to sound silly or like they're overbearing you or they're putting a burden on you. Yes, there are some people that take advantage of that. There are definitely people that take advantage, but you have to know the difference. If you encounter somebody that's just gonna come, with the same problem over and over again, you may have to take more or less super harsh approach, even though I probably wouldn't do it. You may have to take that super hard approach if they're coming to you with the same problem over and over and over and over and over again. But then how many times are they coming to you? 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. People tend to deal with issues, especially if it's something traumatic, like they've been abused or they've been assaulted. Those things carry. And they're going to bring up the same issues or exhibit the same tendencies over and over. So it's a slippery slope, and you have to be, anybody out there. You can always DM me. Seriously. Now, don't DM me. Don't try to slide into them. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm not gonna be the one. But seriously, everybody needs to feel like they have somebody to reach out to. Everybody needs to feel like they have, like I have you guys, I have my family, I have my church family to some extent, but everybody needs to know that they have a few people that they know. One, you can reach out to them. Two, they won't put their business out on Front Street. 3, they won't make harsh judgments. And 4, if they do something that you don't agree with, you won't be that "I told you so" person, because that's the one that's the one that I don't have any patience for. Is the "I told you so." If you had just did what I had said, I can't deal with that. I'll be like, look, okay, don't go to you no more.
That's one of
And
the
fair points, but like I think it's important for people who are like that to be fair and actually take some time and self-diagnose. Just like those of us who are obsessed with being Mr. Fix It or Mrs. Fix It, we have to self-diagnose, right? Because that means we have to learn how to listen better, right? Because that's one of my issues. Um, but there's a reason that people like to come to the fix it person, right?
Because they're
They
gonna
they
fix
they
it.
come right. So you're coming to the fix it person because they're your fix it person, but you don't want to fix what's wrong right now. Right
Yeah,
now you're just in the moment and you want to feel what you feel, and then you'll figure out
but
solutions later.
yep, I agree.
But you're wasting my time now. So
I agree
where
with
was
that.
your concern for when you brought it to me? Because as soon as you bring it to me, I'm gonna be like, it depends on how much I care about you. If I care about you a lot, and it's something that I can quickly address, and you bring it to me, boom, I'm on it. Like here it go, right? Whatever it costs
Okay.
me or whatever it is, here it go. So, but you know that about the person that you're bringing it to. That's why you're bringing it to them. But
But
you're
here's
just
what the
not ready
fixer
for it in
has to
that
do.
moment.
Yeah, here's what the fixers have to do. And thank goodness I'm not a fixer. I can't even fix my own problems. So basically, I can't fix nobody else's. You have to empower people to fix their own stuff that they put themselves in. You can't just you like look. I can listen to you, but I can't. Some things you can't fix for people. There are some situations people didn't. You can't fix. You want to, like if you have a child, you want to fix their issue, but you ultimately can't. You have to empower that child to make the decision to fix their own problems because someday they're going to be an adult. Marlon, you have no, you both have adult children. You have adult children. You can't just if they're having a problem with their significant others, you can't go off and have a conversation with their significant others. You need to tell them, hey,
Depends on what it is.
Tell them to go back and talk to your spouse.
Right.
Thank you, Foxy. That's exactly
Right.
what you do. You tell them to go back and fix the problem. Now, of course, if they're bad, if they're assaulting you or abusing you, that
we're
you
just,
tell.
we're just
You
saying
tell
regular
them.
problems.
Yeah,
My mom
regular
told
problems.
me
Yes.
when I got married. My mom told me when I got married. She pulled me to the side and she told me, I'm so happy that you got married. I'm so happy with Foxy and everything else. And I hope you have a wonderful marriage and everything else. But then she got in my face and went, but you know you can't come back here if something happened, right? Like whatever the issue is,
Fix
you need
it.
to solve it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And that's the deal is, so take it from Tracy and take it from Thea's. When I got to the third, do what you think is best, pray on it. I'll take it from Thea's point of view. I don't say it out loud, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you're really just wasting my freaking time. You just venting just a vent because this could have been taken care of a long freaking time ago. And I don't want anybody to think that we're talking about 3 days in a row. Because, like, yeah, okay, I get it. But if it's like this month, in what we in June?
Yep.
No, it's your character issue.
You got the issue in June.
Yeah, let's say it's a character issue. You're always having this same problem.
Yes, we're
you
in June.
always running
you
out
have
of money.
this
You
issue.
always getting in a fight with somebody. You always having a problem at work. This you.
That's a you thing.
Now,
I'm
do you
tired.
want
I'm
to
sorry.
fix it?
I'm not gonna say it to you, but it's like it's June. You had this issue. Okay, Tracy. Cool. July come around. It's the same issue. Not a different issue. It's the same friggin' issue. What they say with the job, with the person, what with your parents, whatever. It's the exact same issue. Okay, I'm gonna be more straight with you. Now we in August. You have the same issue? Really?
It's you.
It's a you
I'm
thing.
not disagreeing with you.
I need you to empower yourself to handle your own business. Because just like I tell my kids every single time, because I had to learn it from my mom and I didn't get it until I was older. What the hell are you going to do if I wasn't here? What are you going to do? Because funny enough, and I'm not trying to be gory or whatever or morbid or however you want to put it, I'm not always going to be here. I'm just not. At this point, I can say I'm not always going to be here because I'm working. I'm not always going to be here because I'm on vacation. I'm not always going to be here because I'm doing the show. I'm not always going to be here because I'm spending time for Foxy. But there's going to come time when I'm not here, period. Like I'm not coming back from anything. So I'm trying to give you the knowledge of knowing that you need to handle your business.
And that's what my point was. When people who try to fit, this is why I'm really cautious about telling people because I want to figure it out myself. I want to just unless like my.
But that's just it, Tracy. And it's a difference in personalities. I get this, but it's like, and I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about because these are very prominent personality types. Why express the problem like a problem and then not want a solution? Like that's selfish, right?
Some people need to vent. Again, some people. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying people just need to get off their chest. Like I'm having so many problems with XYZ. Yes, because you want to get in and fix it. I'm saying nope. Let them figure it out themselves. That's where I'm
I've
at.
always had this problem with some people that I just really honestly think people just like to be freaking miserable.
Yeah, there are those people.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Just people I don't know what this thing is that they like drama and they think misery is drama because and we do it in media all the time. We could have a good news thing, something happens in the news that's good, and nobody pays freaking attention to it. Something bad happens, you got a good 3, 4, a week, or even 2 weeks out of it. There are some people who just love misery, and they love drama, and they love to bring it up.
And some people aren't impacted to solve their own problems because they've been coddled in that sort. So everybody has their own. Like I'm definitely the empath.
Or they weren't taught certain
Yeah, I'm
coping
not gonna
skills.
try to solve your problems. That's just not. It's not my skill set. I can be like, well, you might want to do this, 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 and this, and this. Because, like I said, ultimately, I know who I'm going to for advice. Period. But again, some people, most people, I feel like they just want somebody to hear them. They may not necessarily want you to solve the problem. Again, they shouldn't go to a problem solver if they don't want it to solve. But since you're in their proximity, they know they can trust you. They know you won't run their business on Front Street. They're going to go to you. What you could say is, hey, look, you're an adult. You make your own decisions. And just leave your opinion out of it. But if they're specifically asking, that's when I'm just like, I can't tell you. Because what I would do, we're two different people. What I would do would be totally different than what you're going to do. But here, I would be the one that points out, now here are your options. You write down the pros, you write down the cons, and whichever one you want to go with is whichever one you want to go with. But me telling you, I may be bossy a little bit, but I'm bossy a little bit. I'm bossy a little bit, not a whole lot. I don't, a little bit. But I still, Marva, why you looking at me like that? I am not bossy. I'm straightforward.
You like sugar. You like the proper amount of sugar and some Kool-Aid. Just a little. Just pour the whole bag.
If you don't show this video, I'm walking. I'm done. That's it. I'm out of here. Peace, please. I'm out.
But you showed it. Did you not show it? But I don't consider myself a bossy person. I'm an initiator. I'm an encourager.
You literally just sound like the people who, I don't think I'm racist.
I'm not mean. I'm just honest.
Let's just take a comment in this comment section. Do the people watching this show, do y'all think I'm bossy? I don't think I'm bossy.
Let's get to these comments. Sometimes people can't take advice even with their act. And that's true. This is a solver. Unless you need to go to a football game for a new job, then you're on your own.
No, I solved it. No, I solved that one.
Yeah,
take your ass on a trip. I'm going over here.
But that's why people say "told you so" to get you to stop talking about.
Yeah, they do, problem. And that's why you can't.
And that's not the people you need to be dealing with, though. Don't do that "I told you so" crap.
Oh, I can't stand when people do it.
Wait, here's the thing about the "I told you so," and of course it comes in different forms, right? But it's still "I told you so," right? What I would challenge a person to do, though, is when that person finally gets to the point where they say, man, I told you what to do. Why you ain't just go ahead and do it? Which is, I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, why are they saying this to me right now? Right? Don't just write them off as being mean or being rude. How many times have you tested their patience? You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the victim. Everybody want to be like, don't tell me I told you so. That's why I can't trust you. No. The first 12 times, I didn't say I told you so. You came to me multiple times, like my dad. This is how my dad raised us, and apparently I'm just like him. It's just what it is. If you do whatever you think is the right thing, unless it's stupid, you do what you think is the right thing, I'm going to back you up. I will help you clean up whatever mess you just made. I will help you learn from whatever the situation that didn't quite go right, or I'll
pat you on the back for doing a good job on whatever did work out. Right? That's if you don't ask me first. If you come to me and you ask me what to do, what that says to me is you've already thought this through. That says to me you've already tried to figure this out. And so now you want me to help you figure it out. So I'm going to give you my advice. Once I give you that advice, if you do not take that advice, I ain't got nothing else for you. I might be able to listen to you, but I ain't going to be able to give you no new advice. You're just going to be over here, Dad, this just, I don't understand why she treat me this way, Daddy. I just don't understand. Well, son, did you talk to her like I told you to? No, I ain't do all that. Oh, okay.
And look, I even add something to that. It depends on how you said that last line. Did you talk to him? How I said that you need to talk to him? I ain't got time for that. But, oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. So now I'm thinking you have made up the decision how you going to solve the problem. You just want me to sign off on it. So is that where we going with it? Because
now you ain't know what to do, but all of a sudden now you know what you're not gonna do.
okay, cool.
But you know what? I'm not
I'm
bossy.
gonna skip all the way to do what you think is best. Pray on it. Because I'm not gonna play this game with you. You're trying to get me to agree with your solution. That's not a solution. Thank you, Foxy. That's not a solution. It's how you are. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste my time or yours or theirs. So yeah, you go ahead and you go do what you think is best and pray on it, because I'm not gonna waste any more time with this. You never there for me. Not on this crap. I'm not gonna be there for you. So no, I'm not. I'm trying to help you. You try to be who you are. Totally two different things. And I'm not finna play this game with you. I'm trying. Trust me on this when I tell you this, and I've told one child this. My job as a father is try to get you the easiest, simplest, happiest life that I can. That is my job. I ain't say it was gonna be, strawberries and cream all the way through. I just know at the long term, it is going to be the simplest, happiest life that you can have. But if you want to decide that you're going to take more advice from a TikTok video than your own father, cool beans.
And you know what? If they don't like it, they can go to the Red House.
Move it on.
Because it's perfect for white people, black people,
and all people,
Hispanic people, and all people.
I'm so sick of both of y'all. This is off the topic. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. You're so funny. But what do you think about Cornel West's announcement this week? I'm going to say this short and sweet and to the point. So, Theus, please get it short, sweet, and to the freaking point. Okay? Yeah, you. I like Cornel West running for president. I don't like the party that he picked to run under. I don't. Theus, please, 20 seconds or less.
Oh, you just get
all third parties are the same to me anyway, so I don't give a rat's ass. I'm glad that he's running. He's just it's a messaging campaign. So thank you, Cornel. Go out there. This is an opportunity. You ain't never gonna even smell a debate stage, but at least you can go out there and get some media coverage and call people on their crap and challenge us to be our better selves. So go do your thing, homie.
Tracy?
I got somebody I can support. I'm so happy I can't even begin to say how happy I am. And that's as brief as, but I do agree with Marlon. The party he's running with is crap.
I'm not bossy. I'm assertive.
I'm assertive. That's it. That's right. I'm not bossy.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what they say.
assertive.
That
I'm
is what they say.
assertive. I'm strong-willed. I'm assertive. Thank you. Thank you, One Life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not bossy. I'm really not.
Okay.
And why are you sitting there like telling me?
This video is for literally me, Theas, and all the fathers out there. And unfortunately, I wish Mickey was here. Mickey is not here, but it's also a Mickey segment, not a joke. But enjoy.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out? Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.
You know, even in a commercial that's about us, they still made it about them. You forgot to pull out, you can go and eat out. Why I gotta eat out? Why I gotta eat you out? That's what I want to know.
That's not what you said.
That is not what she said.
How did this turn from me getting what I want to me giving you what you want?
That is not what you said.
Say that again. That's not what was said.
You know
Liz.
what you meant.
You know better than that.
Just selfish.
You eat out for dinner.
Yeah, she ain't say that. Now you can eat out. Okay. Still got to do something for you, even on my day.
Wow.
Gee whiz.
Wow. Yeah, I know that's your part. Yeah, I agree, Marlon. Thank you. All right. Hey. Oh God. You know, people are going to watch these replays. They're going to go, "What the hell are they talking about?" Hey.
And it's right near you. That's what I don't understand. Why y'all talking about y'all good?
First of all, it literally is not near me. Y'all.
It's in the same state.
Okay.
That means you could drive there.
There's some things that's 2 hours away that's in the same state. You think?
Did you Google on the map and see how far it is from your home?
2 hours is just a normal commute here in Atlanta.
I didn't even look it up.
Look up the address. I say if it's within an hour, go.
I'm not going because I don't want to.
Because they like black people and white people.
What am I saying? What Foxy said? Why do we need to go?
Because it's in North Carolina. If that place were in Indiana,
you're going
listen.
for us.
Why do I?
Because you're in North Carolina. If this place were in Indianapolis or in the state of Indiana, I'm going. Period. If a place like the Red House with that commercial was in my state, I'm going.
I'm going to Red Robin's.
But not the
Red Robin
House. White people and black people.
What you said.
Everybody.
Okay.
That's all right. It's always about her.
But you know, that is not what she said.
At least you get a little something. You know.
That is literally not what she
Isn't that hamburger place?
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't take your daddy to no hamburger place on Father's Day.
If that's what he wants.
Child, that's all you gonna get as a
bottomless steak fries.
Them nasty fries and them hamburgers.
Granted, I get a movie for my Father's Day, and yeah.
Well, y'all must don't think much of fun. Boy, I was giving my father
That
everything.
Is for you. That is not for me.
I mean, we know Mother's Day the mothers get the better treatment.
Thank you.
But boy, I would never take my father to Red Robin.
The funny thing about it is, I kind of to an extent agree with why. I just,
as long as they don't give you a tie or what's the other bad gift?
It ain't that, Tracy.
Underwear.
No, that's Christmas. It's
not that, Tracy. it was a meme, but then when I realized that I read the meme is absolutely true. Do you notice that when Mother's Day come, you take your mother out to dinner and everything? When
To
it's
a private
Father's Day,
restaurant.
the father got to cook. The Father's Day cookout, what you gonna cook, what you gonna put on the grill and everything. Why are we cooking?
That's your fault for doing it. I'd be like, it's Father's Day. Y'all cook for me. Thank you.
I did it for a while, and you know it.
You asked to do it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Uh-oh, we got an argument going, Thieves.
No,
with me. Foxy over there, like, tell the truth, shade the devil.
No, I
Don't be
didn't.
over here to acting on TV. Get out there with your little friends and start talking crazy. See?
That's all I want to do is grill out.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. That's what I said. I will put some steaks on the grill.
Yeah, you said I will put
thing
some.
I know my kids go, what you cooking? What you get? What you?
Because you said you was gonna put some stuff on the grill.
For me. For me.
1 year he said all he wanted to do was bring ribs so he can cook out.
That's I believe you. Mm-hmm.
Well, I learned the hard way not to say that crap.
So this Father's Day, say you want to be taken out for dinner. Boom.
No, this Father's Day is going to be phenomenal. It could be 5 minutes away and Marlon still won't go, and I wouldn't play. It could be across the street, Parker, and I'm not.
I guarantee if that place were in Indiana, oh, I'm going. I don't care if it's in Fort Wayne, Gary, Evansville. I don't care. I'm going. I'm going.
If it was anywhere in the upper half of Georgia, I'd have to go check it out.
You have to. You have to, right? Because the guy was named Big Head. And
you gotta do it for the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not going.
Okay, what was the other guy's name? It was something like Bullethead or
10 Gauge or whatever.
I just remember the black guy who said he pumped weight and knew he was lying.
10 Gauge or shotgun or something, he said. Anyway, last video of the night. I'm going to do something for the first time on this show ever.
Say that I was right.
I've always said that you're right, so it'll never be the first time ever. Ever. I literally did it in this show.
Why you got to be all mean about it?
I know, that was a little aggressive.
I'm so tired. This video that I'm finna show right now is specifically for me. I discovered it this morning or this afternoon, and I love it so much that not only that I made it a video, I made it an audio, and I had so much fun for it. I just don't know what to do. This video is specifically for me, and I love it. If y'all want to enjoy it, feel free.
Why, yes, I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was us Antifa that stormed the Capitol to make you all look bad so that we can take your guns, spread communism, and blast Cardi B in your churches. And you're never gonna stop us, 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 you're never gonna stop us.
It's funny to you, so we glad you got joy out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. So
Bad lip syncing. I don't know what she was doing.
Okay.
It was for you, though. No, we don't want to. You don't have to show.
Why, yes, I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was us Antifa that stormed the Capitol to make you all look bad so that we can take your guns, spread communism, and blast Cardi B in your churches. And you're never gonna stop us, 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 you're never gonna stop us.
Play Cardi B anywhere. And I mean, she's a wonderful person. She's a very nice lady. But, ugh.
It was funny to you. That's all. We glad that you got joy out of it.
Yes, and we do like to see when you're happy.
I'm so glad that you said that because.
Oh, he's got this on audio. He did say that.
You're gonna hear it again.
As
long as you're the only one that got to hear it, that's cool. I appreciate that, homie. Just for the record though, all this time that's being burned up, this is Marlon. It is not Theus. It is not Tracy.
It's
So
Shredden.
when we roll into Sunday, don't blame us. Don't blame us.
Force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was a sin. TV that stormed
No,
the
I'm doing
Capitol,
church
you
via
all
Zoom
look bad, so that we
tomorrow
can take
because
you
I have
down
no
straight.
car to
Communism
go.
and
So
blessed car to
I'll
be
be
in
at
your
home.
churches. And you're never gonna stop us, no, you're never gonna stop us, no, you're never gonna stop us.
Still got to turn.
You're never gonna stop us, no, you're never gonna stop us.
I can't hear
You just tilt the screen.
I didn't hear nothing you said, Theus, because somebody was playing music.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
No, I didn't hear nothing you said.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear nothing that was happening. I heard you talking, but I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, yeah. But it's going to be different, though, because I'm so used to being there. I'm like, I'm not there.
Just imagine it's still COVID and the plague is out.
That's true.
Yes, I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was a sin. TV that stormed the Capitol to make you all look bad so that we can take your guns straight.
Red House.
Red House. Yeah.
And you're never gonna stop
Red House.
Why, yes, I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to...
I think it's the last part that gas me so much.
And they spelled abortions wrong.
Literally, that's the part that you got from that.
I'm just adding stuff. I'm just adding stuff that I observed.
Theus, tell everybody where they can find you.
Man, I don't even know no more. Yo, but that's because real talk, I'm having a little bit of a hiatus from Complex Mind, even though it's hard to tell because I don't drop videos that often, no way. But a little bit of a hiatus because I'm working on the core project, so that's where I've been. But yeah, check me out on Marlon and when I can make appearance on Tracy's, and that's where you'll find me. So yeah.
Tracy?
You can watch all of my fantastic, wonderful, charming, witty, wonderful videos at TracyMediaLLC.com.
LL. Have a good one, babe.
And I have one more thing to say. At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
Yeah, they eventually got to all people. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, and of course,
I'm assuming you're LGBTQ until you.
That is our show for tonight. We will see you tomorrow. I'm not going to waste everybody's time. You know damn well what we finna talk about. So until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.
Hey man, I think what's his name from New Jersey, Christy, man, he gonna make it happen, man.
He has no chance.
He ain't even gonna get out of